So we can't give it to her,
14!
Ace 14 is Pilar.
I am so excited for you. So excited.
Comes back with deep in front of him. Ohtani cross. Ohtani in behind. Stop! And the rivers of gold. Down Ohtani.
Signal. I'm not saying it was intentional, but
To the Hook on Woodward Sports Network, Detroit's all-digital sports network, live from my bookie studios. It is Tuesday, July 6th. I'm your girl, Pilar Lasta. We've got DMac. We've got Tom Mazaway on your favorite day on a Tuesday.
Tom Brady Tuesday.
I do love your shirt.
Thank you.
I love your blouse.
Thank you. It's a beautiful blouse.
It's a beautiful blouse.
Curtis Granderson.
I was
Curtis
going to say,
Granderson
anybody who's wondering, it's the Grandy man.
Oh, is that what it is? I didn't even
Yeah.
see anybody on the back.
Oh, yeah. CG.
Oh, nice. Okay, all right. I like it.
I'm wearing Tiger Tuesday.
That's it.
We're
We're Tigering out,
Shoot.
baby.
Why
we
did
got a
I
good
not
team.
get the memo right now? I would have Tiger Tuesday too. I like Tiger Tuesday. We should make that a thing, guys.
Let's do it.
There it is from now on.
All right,
Wear your
Tiger
gear on
Tuesday.
Because they deserve it.
That's
Amen.
right.
They sure do.
Tom Mazaway, you can do more of your
I can.
things.
I'll turn it into it. Yeah, I guess that's a tiger.
That's a tiger. It was
well.
supposed to be a bear.
Yeah,
but
it was. It was a Bruin.
That's
For Bill Walton.
That's all right. So it'll work out for our Tiger Tuesday. We got fish in the fish tank. There's a big game going on that I expect full updates and breaking news for the Italy-Spain matchup.
I will be doing that.
Okay, Spain's gonna win, right?
They have a chance.
Well,
By the way, Adam has money on the draw. I'm not gonna tell you how much he has because that's his information, but I will tell you he does have money on the game.
all right.
He has it to be a draw after 90 minutes.
Well, I have.
There still has to be a winner, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he doesn't have that.
Right.
He just has a tie
Understood.
after 90.
Understood.
So, well, I wonder what would happen. I mean, yeah, no. In my case, there has to be a winner. So my household is very divided. My husband and his entire family are very, very Italian, so they're obviously rooting for Italy.
And there is going to be a winner.
And me and my family,
There will be a winner.
we are rooting for Spain, and we have wagered a 30-minute back rub.
That's nothing.
Yeah.
That's nothing.
What are you talking about? To give
30
somebody
minutes?
a 30-minute back rub?
It's nothing.
That you don't like?
This-
Oh, it's
That you
awesome.
don't like to give your spouse a 30-minute back rub?
Right after
Do you-
the defeat? Yeah.
Yeah, right after the defeat, to hear for 30 whole minutes how great the other person's team was.
Okay.
I mean, that's the worst.
I would
The
have done an
absolute
hour.
worst. I don't think we wouldn't have lasted an hour. Let's just be honest. One of us would have just gone to sleep. Oh, what happened?
Italy hit the post. Oh, he was offside. He was offside.
They're underway.
It doesn't count.
Oh, my
He was
goodness.
offside, but they hit the post.
It's going to be a great game. And we've got Alex keeping us honest. I hope everybody had a wonderful and a very safe 4th of July. I hope everybody was able to enjoy the holiday with their loved ones. I know I was gone on Friday, but it's so good to be back. I sure did miss you guys.
Welcome home.
Did you
Miss
guys miss
too,
me?
Pilar.
You
yes,
missed me? Oh.
absolutely.
Good.
Absolutely. Had a good weekend, though.
Tom Hathaway.
He's honest, though. He's honest.
Who are you guys? Who are you guys?
Yes.
You missed me, Tom
Yes, we
Hathaway.
missed
So you
you.
missed me.
Yes, I missed you.
Neil does a really good job filling in for me, though.
He did. It doesn't look as good as you, though.
Well, it was Detroit.
Well,
it was,
thanks.
Listen, it was Detroit. It was
DCFC.
DCFC La Rouge Day. So wanted to give back the people to the actually championship, the #1 team in Detroit right now, the latest champion. Congrats to them. We'll cover that a little bit more.
Nice. So make sure you guys are joining in on our social media at Woodward Sports. You can also give us a call, 313-552-6322. And, of course, make sure that you are downloading our app. You can catch it on the Apple Store and the Android Store. Make sure that you are liking, sharing, commenting. Most importantly, sharing, getting your friends to also download the app. All right, so let's go ahead and kick off our show with Maz's sports update.
Well, be my pleasure. Brought to you by our studio sponsors, of course, MyBookie.ag, MyBookie.com. Use that promo code Woodward, everybody. Use it because they'll match your first deposit halfway to $1,000. Plus, it makes us look good. We told you to go to MyBookie. If you're going to bet with MyBookie. I do every single day. Tigers, matter of fact, winners of 3 in a row, 5 of their last 6. In Texas again tonight, taking on the Rangers. Jose Urena gets the ball for Detroit. Dane Dunning going for Texas at 8:05. Tigers beat them last night 7-3. Willie Peralta, 7 scoreless innings for the win. Here's something now, because A.J. Hinch's coaching staff, a little shakeup. Chip Hale, the third base coach, is going to be leaving the team to be the head coach at the University of Arizona. That's where he played. That's where he went to school and managed those guys back in the day. He is back at it. George Lombard will coach third until the All-Star break at least. Let's show those Tigers, Alex. Since May the 8th, the standings have the Tigers just a couple of games out of first place, ahead of the Indians in second place in the AL Central. So they've been playing good baseball. 2 back-to-back winning months will do that. Speaking of the All-Star game and the Chip Hale going to Arizona, Shohei Ohtani voted in as both a hitter and pitcher. First time that's ever happened. It's going to be allowed in the game.
Can they just give out the MVP at the All-Star game?
I think they can.
I mean, the league for the whole season, just give it to this kid. I mean, he's done something as a pitcher and as a batter.
30 home runs. He could have a few more this week. And his ERA, he pitches tonight. They kind of hurt him last week a little bit. The Yankees did, piling on 7 runs in that first inning. Kind of inflated his ERA from 2.58 to just over 3 right now. But he is still on pace to do something that no one's ever done. He's also in Monday's Home Run Derby. Of course, that is going to be in Colorado, and that should be fun. Game 1 of the NBA Finals tonight. It's the Suns hosting the Bucks. Giannis still doubtful with a knee injury. He's actually been upgraded to questionable. Phoenix was 2-0 against Milwaukee in the regular season. Bucks back in the finals for the first time since 1974. The Suns there, first time since 93. And Phoenix favored by 6 in this one. They'll tip it up at 9 o'clock on ABC. Michigan center Hunter Dickinson withdrawing his name from the NBA draft. He'll return for his sophomore year. So good news for Juwan Howard and the Wolverines. Makes them that much better. Stanley Cup Final, Game 5 tomorrow night in Tampa. Canadiens stayed alive last night, beating the Lightning in overtime 3-2 thanks to this effort goal by Josh Anderson. Check this out. We're just going to play without the announcer, but you're going to hear with the hustle that this guy has. And check this goal out.
Here's the thing, it's the effort. The effort, play, whatever, like it never quitting on it, and that is the reverse turtle. When you land on your turtle shell and then spin out, that's the turtle you want to be. Great Sally, Josh Anderson, and you know what? That's, you do not want to give, I'll cover this later on when I talk about the series, but that's given Montreal some new life, and
Sure
they never quit.
Nope, they never did. Play that again, but without the sound. But, you know, this guy... It's an amazing goal. I'm surprised not many people are talking more about this.
Well, here's the thing, too, and if you know that Dominic Ducharme, the coach for the Montreal Canadiens, changed the lines up, and right there is Cole Caulfield and Nick Suzuki, who I always combine 2 little water bugs that play hard, and they moved Josh Anderson. They made a lot of lineup changes to get a spark, obviously being down 3-0, and he came out, and that's the type of guy he is, a $5 million player. That's why he was signed, sort of to be that power forward. Hadn't really produced that much. He scored some big goals because he had his 2-goal game against the Islanders. He had a big game against the Las Vegas,
the
Golden Knights in that series, and to do that. But you put a big guy with those small guys, and now they believe and they got a chance. So we'll talk more hockey, but right there, the effort play, and I think that what you see is not only they have that at ice level, how fast it is, but how quick things happen. And he took the hit at the end, and it was him to go back to the front of the net. And the other thing, too, Alex, play this again. This does not happen if 22 does not stop in front of the net. This is what a goal scorer. So when he puts it out front, because Caulfield stopped at the net and got the rebound, he was able to do it. So all little things that needed to happen for Montreal, and they won it, and they're still alive. So
They are.
they're still alive.
Tomorrow night, Game 5 in Tampa Bay. Tampa still leads it 3-1. And let's go to the NFL. They announced that the East-West Shrine game, you know, that All-Star game of theirs, is going to be played in Vegas now, February 3rd, as part of Pro Bowl week. So the East-West Shrine Bowl game, you'll get some more looks at the college players, but this time it's going to be part of Pro Bowl week, which is a really good thing. If you really want to get your name out there, it's kind of right before the combine, all that kind of jazz. So let's go this day in sports. Let's go to our favorite guy, Shohei Ohtani. When he was playing in Tokyo, 2016, he hits one through the roof of the Tokyo Dome.
はい、どちらからでもホームラン打てるっていうバッターですね。3球目、高く上がった大谷は打球を見ている。どうだ？天井に当たったんじゃないですか。
He runs the bases.
天井に当たった。いや、今審判がまだ何もジャッジをしませんでした。どこまで行ったんでしょうか、今のあたり。大谷は今一周して帰ってきましたが、落ちてきました。清水さん、今日本ベンチの選手が話してるんですが、これ裏側に入ってしまって落ちてきてないそうです。
I've never seen, no, I'll translate. I've never seen anything like this ever in my life. I think that ball is in outer space.
隙間から入っていくような屋根の裏側にですね、入っていくような形になりまして、そのままボールが落ちてこないですね。
It's going to go in a seam.
ここまで行って。
Wait, and he's saying, watch it.
And it's...
There you go. That's right. I thought
入りました。
it went
It's
out
gone.
of the
Was it a home run?
park.
I think so.
It should be.
I'm calling it a home run.
I call it a home run. I mean, it's out of the park.
Moonshot. There you go. I mean, if hitting it out of the park, that's out of the park.
That's
there
out
it
of the
is.
park. I mean,
That is unbelievable.
But what are the odds that that small little ball is going to find that hole to get out of? It's rightfully
he
a
did
home
it.
run.
He did it.
Wow.
I mean, I think it happens a lot at Tampa. They have in Tampa at the what do they call that place? Tropicana Field. They've got different rules because they have a catwalk above,
you
above
can play
the
it
field.
off the catwalk.
There's so many different rules and ground rules at these stadiums. So who knows if that was a home run? You have to look at the ground rules. Oh yeah, that's a home run.
Maz, isn't that immediately goes back to and the Tokyo Dome? I mean, that's immensely like twice as high, whatever like this. But it goes back to making you think. It's going, man. Why didn't they think about this when they put like the press box in Joe Louis and all this stuff when they make Tropicana Field for a baseball park? But they got to have all these. It's crazy that it comes down to the lack of planning.
No doubt. Well, the Tropicana Field was just slopped together.
Slop.
It was slopped together. They weren't even expecting a baseball team at that point.
Worst baseball park for a great team. Like that team.
I kind of dig it.
But it is. Well, the good thing it's indoors. It has to be because it's in Tampa, and it's cool. It's actually I've been there a bunch of times when I lived down there.
It's a cool place.
Nobody there, so it's great. Now I think the better the team is, but I guess whatever. Whatever.
I look at it
on the
different way.
catwalk.
Yeah,
I've
been to a lot of stadiums, a lot of crappy stadiums, and they all seem to have something about them that I like. It's just cool to watch it from there. That's all.
All right.
For sure.
Fair enough.
I agree with you. I love that clip, though.
Thank you.
I love that clip. I can't wait for the one in the second hour that you're going to do.
I got a couple coming up.
Ooh, it's going to be good. All right, guys. You know what else is going to be coming up? We're going to be talking about the NBA Finals, which start tonight. The Suns host the Bucks. And, guys, honestly, who's excited to watch tonight's game? Raise your hand.
No, I'm excited.
I'm excited.
I'm really not.
I'm hoping
Really?
Yeah, I'm really not.
I like this
Oh,
Phoenix
boy.
team because I think this Phoenix team is. We'll
talk about
it's
it.
something different. So.
Yep, absolutely. I agree with you. It's something different.
Boring.
So, all right. Well, that's Tom Mazaway on a Tuesday. Don't go anywhere, guys. You're tuning into The Hook on Woodward Sports Network.
Hi, I'm David Hall from Hall Financial. With historically low interest rates and 5-star service, you could pay your mortgage off faster without increasing your monthly payment. Get started now at 248-308-5000 or chat with us online. Callhallfirst.com.
Start a new career in an industry that is always essential, the heating and cooling industry. Learn more today by visiting northwesterntech.edu. Welcome back to The Hook on Woodward Sports Network. All right, guys, it is finally here. It is finally. We've been waiting for this moment. The NBA Finals start tonight. The Suns host the Bucks. 2 out of 3 at this table are excited to watch. You guys, honestly, I feel that the Suns and the Bucks in the NBA Finals is the worst thing that could happen to the NBA.
Oh, no doubt.
But yet the absolute best thing that could happen to the NBA. I hate it, but I love it so much. There's so much that I love, and this is, first off, I hate it because it's not what I feel anybody really expected. There's not the big, huge names, the big stars. It's nothing big and flashy. But at the same time, I love it so much because there's people you're rooting for, right? The guys that you want to finally see that have the ring, Chris Pauls of the world, and it's something different.
Go ahead, negative Nancy. Go
Yep,
go
what
tell
you got?
everybody why you hate it,
I'm
so
not
I can
negative.
leave them on a positive note. Why
I'm
this
not
is good.
negative. I'm just saying, if Giannis was playing and he was 100%, I'd be all in. He's not. It's not watching the same Milwaukee Bucks that kicked ass, that beat the Nets. It's not the same team. It's sad to me. They beat Atlanta. I think Atlanta was an inferior opponent for them. Atlanta got hot. They couldn't hang with them at the end when it counted. They had a shot. Matter of fact, Atlanta should be in this final if they had any kind
There's
of
Tom
guts.
again.
I'm
Shoulda,
just saying-
coulda, woulda.
I'm just saying.
Nah, I know you are. You
This
always
team
do.
can't win without Giannis Antetokounmpo. They cannot. So to me, I'm disappointed. That's the word. He's questionable tonight, but the guy we all saw his knee injury. There's no possible way that he's anywhere near 100%. So that's why I'm down. Otherwise, I'm happy. There's no LeBron in this. I don't have to have my hate. I have no hate. So I'm just
Well,
just
what
chilling.
does that feel like?
It's-
to be able to enjoy something without that anger, that animosity.
He doesn't
I'll
know.
let you know because I
He
don't know
doesn't
how I'll
know.
feel.
Because here's the
I
thing.
don't know
I
how
don't know
Here's
I'll
the
feel,
beauty.
he said.
Here's the beauty, right? Whether, and I don't care if you hate LeBron, love LeBron, there's nobody there. But to me, this sets up for the Chris Paul, finishing, getting him that title, Devin Booker and everything. And the way that I watch those Suns, we listen to the interview, hearing Chris Paul and talk about these young guys and how they look up to him, and it is that sort of family. So this, to me, I hope Giannis doesn't play. I hope it gives Phoenix a better chance to win. Giannis will be back. Giannis has his $200 million contract. Milwaukee has to build a team around him more. I think that they're going to get better, and they're going to battle the Nets and stuff. But right now, I'm more concerned that this is the Suns. This is Chris Paul's legacy. This goes all the way back to him
So you
scoring
don't want him
60.
to be the best team? You don't want him to beat the team that's 100%?
I want the team right. Well, dude, I don't have that choice.
I understand.
I didn't
that, but
injure Giannis.
But you just
no,
said,
so I said.
You just said you're happy.
Yes, I'm happy.
Well, that
because
means,
then
that means
because
you don't want
this
to see the best
Phoenix.
team play.
No, right. But I'm happy to the fact that the storyline changes. Right? I can change the storyline to say, oh, this is great basketball with the best of the best. No, the storyline changes to Chris Paul better get his ring now. Chris Paul better finish this storybook. Better put the conclusion to this chapter to his storied career and stuff. It's the perfect opportunity for him. So it's that storyline, right? Because next time, Giannis, he's got time left or whatever, or Milwaukee's better and they compete with him and you get a good series out of it.
Right. That's what I was going to say, too. I feel like at this point, the Bucks now have to rise to the occasion, and every single one of those players that are going to be out there is going to have to dig deep inside and say, I have to leave it all on the court.
But they had to against Atlanta, and whatever, it's going to be closer than it is, and it's not just the Giannis show, but the whole thing now puts a spotlight on Chris Paul. I want Chris Paul. My basketball fandom is storylines, right? I don't care about the game. right? You know, because it's more. But where are the good storylines? Where are the good people? Devin Booker, with what he had said about coming out of Grand Rapids, about
we
being
have that
based. We do. We'll play it good, and then. But that's important. So there's the storyline of why, because it's the next generation.
Yeah, but the storyline was Giannis, who was one of the greatest players in the basketball.
Right. Then Giannis got hurt. Giannis, quit living into the...
Hold on with your storylines. The storyline here is that he stayed in a mid-market team and signed a big contract. That's a storyline. Instead of going to join, the asshole show on the left coast.
Yeah, but he's got to play to make it a storyline. What the fuck? You're the one that's sitting over there saying, "Oh, this final sucks. This final sucks," and I'm sitting here going, "No, it don't suck." Because Chris Paul's going to win a fucking chance. I don't. Right? If Giannis was playing, then it might be fucking different.
Would you
I don't
like
care.
to see
Like
Chris
that's
Paul
the thing.
win a championship?
You want Giannis to be there. You always want shit.
Yeah,
This team should be here. This team should have. They should have won. They should have been here. Fuck that. What is there? He's not there. Yes, that would have been a great story. So if he doesn't win,
you're arguing against yourself. I'm
not arguing against. You're the one that's saying that Giannis, the small
town. Why are you yelling?
Because you fucking piss me off because you're always living the fucking past. But this team should be here. This team, they're not. Now it's a storyline for Phoenix.
He said, "I'm nice and calm."
I'm not living in the past. I'm saying
you are. Atlanta should be there. They should have won. This team should have won. Again, did you not say that the fucking this is a sucky
I said
finals?
if Atlanta had any kind of guts, they should have won that series. But they weren't inferior.
It's not Milwaukee. Milwaukee had the
East
better
is
guts.
inferior without the Nets. Inferior.
But you just said Giannis is the best player and he stayed for his contract. So if he played, it's a different fucking story. You want him to be healthy. So whether he plays or not, you're always going to use the excuse that he wasn't healthy.
I don't understand why you're yelling. But anyway, Devin Booker did a press conference yesterday, and he had some kind words for the state of Michigan. Not him, though.
We go to Jamal Spencer with ABC 13 in Grand Rapids, Michigan.
Grand Rapids?
Yeah, okay. Grand Rapids. I know it's been a minute, so wanted to ask you, Devin, if you had, thought about what ways West Michigan helped shape your passion and your love for the game.
That's where it all started. Dang, threw me back thinking about it now. I'm reminiscing in my head right now, but that's where I fell in love with the game. I fell in love with that Pistons team. They taught me the game of basketball and, just being around everybody in West Michigan. I remember Drake Harris, just looking up to him every day and wanting to be him. But Michigan State rivalry games, just all that, all those memories, all the stories, that's where I learned the fundamentals of the game, honestly. I always say I learned the fundamentals in Michigan, and then when I moved to Mississippi, it brought more of the dog out. So, it was a great balance for me. And, I credit Michigan for, a lot of my success, especially Grand Rapids, my hometown.
I know things worked out well, but did you ever stop and think about what things would have been like?
We'll play the second half of that coming up, but some really cool words from Devin Booker about those 2004 Pistons and how he fell in love. Obviously, he was going to be a hell of a player one way or the other, but it's good. It's good to see him hook up with Chris Paul here and go for a shot at the championship.
Well, it's important too is that when you see for the young kids that look up to it, what did he just tell you? That he didn't establish his style one place. He traveled around, right? He got his base, his humility, his fundamentals, work ethic from Michigan, then he got his dog from Mississippi, and I love that. That's self-awareness right there. That's a young kid who is a star in this league that moves it on.
And it's showing growth in everywhere you go and every step of your journey, right?
That's it. That's what and it's the awareness, and it's not only him talking. If you hear guys talk about him, you hear Chris Paul. That's a storyline that the positive storyline. I hope Giannis, but the thing is, I think Maz, to the point, if Giannis plays, he's hurt more. This could hinder him. Grant Hill's style. Remember Grant Hill trying to play? What happened to him? So just let Phoenix have this one, and then you can win some other time.
Well, again, with Devin Booker, here's another connection with the Pistons. How everyone here, there's a lot of Piston fans that were watching that draft that were screaming his name to be picked when they did, and they didn't pick him. And here he is now talking about Michigan, but playing for the Suns.
Right.
Had you not left?
I haven't. I haven't thought about that. I think things should be a little different. You know, obviously, I think you learn by living through experiences, and you know, I would have lived a totally different lifestyle if I stayed in Michigan. But you know, I love Michigan, and I go back there in the summertime, and I spend a lot of time out there. And me and my friends were just talking about for the 4th. We're like, any other place you would rather be if you were in the finals, and then be on Lake Michigan probably. But Milwaukee's on the other side of it, so we'll be going up there soon.
That's great.
I love it.
But you know what, though? Something he says that is so true, and I've said this the 5 years that I've been in Michigan. There is no better place to spend your summers than in Michigan. I mean, and I've lived in a lot of places, and I visited a lot of places, and Michigan summers are unbelievable.
Mac, where were you this weekend?
I was up in Kalkaska, up in, what is it, Leelanau, where they have the old...
Oh, that's beautiful up there.
Yeah, it is. Got some smoked fish, and was up golfing up north, relaxing, playing in the plants and stuff like that. Oh, man, am I excited. We got a whole new drop coming, a lot of different things going on. So, hey, I'm happy. See, I was happy till came back on the Tom Brady Tuesday, Maz's worst day. Are you not want to see Phoenix win?
Yeah, all I said is I wanted two teams that were at full power going against each
but there's
other.
no teams that are at full. There's only is Phoenix at full power?
Well, Charles on social media is pointing out
but
that
I mean everybody else got hurt.
Milwaukee is Giannis. Giannis is Milwaukee. Okay.
Well,
that's what I meant.
Yes,
Charles has pointed out on social media that he was watching NBA TV today, and some are saying that the Bucks are better off without Giannis.
Yeah. Well, they're stupid.
You don't think other people can just step up to the plate and play better?
Yeah, they
no,
can play
because they
better,
didn't prove that in the Atlanta series.
I mean, come on.
Well,
I think it's going to be a better series than they think, but I hope Phoenix trounces them.
Nonetheless.
I hope the Suns
if Giannis
win.
comes
It
back,
would
I
make
hope
me
he
happy.
doesn't do and hurt himself for the future, so that we're looking at a friggin' Greg Oden or something like this. The guy, you know, because you're right, Maz. That looked ugly, right? That looked ugly. So I think you'll be surprised. They play different. They're a
Hey, I hope
different
it goes
team.
7 games, man.
I don't.
7 good games.
Sweep them. Let's go.
Oh, a sweep.
Back when Milwaukee won it.
Suns at 4.
Milwaukee has made it in 1971. They swept the Bullets, who knocked off the Knicks, and they won it in 4 straight. And that was with Lou Alcindor, who became Kareem Abdul-Jabbar the next year. Then they went back in 1974, and they lost in 7 to the Celtics. Jabbar was awesome, but got beat by a better Celtics team. Phoenix hasn't been there. They've been there 3 times. I remember in 75, 76, they lost to the Celtics. That was a hell of a game. Garfield Hurd, they called it the shot heard around the world, send that game into double and triple overtime. They lost to the Celtics. And then, of course, they lose to the Chicago Bulls in 1993, which was a pretty damn good team to lose to. But Charles Barkley on that Suns team. So it's going to be a new winner regardless. Suns haven't won since Bucks haven't won since 71. The Suns have never won. So someone will have a new champion.
All right, guys. More NBA talk, but this time it's a little different NBA talk. Rachel Nichols is out for the NBA Finals. A lot of drama going on there. So that is what we are going to get to the bottom of when we come back. Nobody go anywhere. You're tuning into The Hook on Woodward Sports Network.
I'm looking to bring on another HVAC tech right now.
We're recruiting 5 to 10 techs a month.
We're looking to grow and expand. Every new tech we hire is from Northwestern Tech.
The hands-on training is fantastic.
They're always my first call.
We love hiring Northwestern Tech grads.
They come out trained and ready to work.
Our program is only 10 and a half months, and our next classes are starting soon. So why wait?
I'm looking to hire a graduate of Northwestern Tech. Northwestern Tech.
Northwestern Tech.
Northwestern Tech.
Hey guys, welcome back from up north. Yes, it's Coast time. CoastPortland.com. Use WSN 20 for 20% off, or even better, because the fine folks at Coast have given me Darren McCarty. Yes, they don't tell him, but I'm in charge of the gift certificates, and every Friday I'll give it out. Ask Tammy. I think Mr. Klee got it last week. Kevin, everybody else. Pretty simple. All you have to do is go on anywhere you social media and follow Woodward Sports. Hashtag How We Coast. Tell me how you could use some of these outdoor DIYers, do-it-yourself, lamps, knives, everything for things outdoors. Check out CoastPortland.com today. Remember, if you can't wait, and if you can't get your hashtag HowWeCoastin, if you do not want a free $100 gift certificate, then use the WSN20 for 20% off. Make sure you use Coast. Shit's awesome.
Welcome back to The Hook on Woodward Sports Network. All right. Something that I hate to see in the world of sports is when two girls are pretty much turned against each other or made to be turned against each other. And that's pretty much what's going on with this whole Rachel Nichols being out for the NBA Finals, with the drama about the video. And we're actually going to play the video, right? We have it?
We are. It's audio, but it's in a video
audio
format. Basically, it's what happened is Rachel Nichols, who does the NBA show, The Jump, and she's been on pre-games, post-games. She's sideline reporter. She does a great job for the NBA. Maria Taylor is also a sideline reporter, co-host, host. She does a great job as well. Her contract is coming up, and she wants, from what I understand, the same amount of money that Stephen A. Smith makes. And he makes the most on ESPN. And so she's fighting for that. So you got all of this going on. So last year, in the COVID bubble, Rachel Nichols got word that they were going to replace her on the show, the NBA final show, with Maria Taylor. Maria Taylor is African American. Rachel Nichols is white. She's a redhead. So I want to start there. So Rachel had a piece of equipment in her hotel room, which was a new type of equipment. And supposedly she didn't know how to shut it off, power it off. So it recorded her on a private phone call that she made to one of LeBron James's representatives that she goes through to get interviews. She goes to this guy that reps LeBron James so she can get interviews. A lot of the ESPN people use this guy, but Rachel and him, I guess, had a relationship. So Rachel called to tell him, listen, ESPN is doing this to me. I don't think it's right. What do you think I should do? I'm going to let you listen to this audio. We're going to play it up for you. If you haven't listened to it already, it's about a minute long. This is Rachel Nichols last year in the COVID bubble reaching out to one of LeBron James's representatives.
So they said to me, hey, instead of hosting the NBA Finals, why don't you do Doris's sideline reporter job for the NBA Finals? Because guess what that would clear the way for Maria to do the hosting for us. Yeah. So I have declined. I don't know what their next move is, but they are feeling pressure because of all of that. And I'm trying to figure out how to just, my thing is I wish Maria Taylor all the success in the world. She covers football, she covers basketball. If you need to give her more things to do because you're feeling pressure about your crappy long-time record on diversity, which by the way I myself know personally from the female side of it, go for it. Just find it somewhere else. You're not going to find it with me and taking my thing away.
So there you go, Rachel Nichols talking to Adam Mendelson, I think is his name. Adam Mendelson, an influential American political operative and a well-known advisor to LeBron James and his powerful agent, Rich Paul. So she leans on Mendelson to get his opinion on what she said. As a woman, did she say anything wrong to you?
I think what happened here is that people took the juicy part of that and turned it into clickbait, right?
Wow.
Because
isn't that what they fucking do?
Yeah, that's what they do, and I'm always a sucker for the clickbait, right?
Here's
she
what
says. I felt like what she's saying is, look, Maria covers football and basketball, but
lots of sports,
right? I feel like Rachel Nichols has been the face of NBA ESPN for years, ever since I was a kid. Yeah, that's all I really.
She covered the 04. I sat next to her at the Palace in 2004. She was just a sideline reporter working her way up. So she's been with the NBA for a long time.
And then I also feel that she does say, hey, look, as a woman, I understand all the diversity issues. She didn't make it about race. She didn't make it. She's a diversity, and she follows it up by saying But
they say she did make it about race.
I know, but she didn't. Right, because that's clickbait, guys. She turned
Well, no,
around
you know
and
why?
said,
It's,
as
you know
a
why?
woman,
It's race? Because she's white. That's why it's about
But
race.
she follows it up and says, as a woman, I understand
Right.
that.
Well, here's the thing: when she said all that, right? Instead of saying instead if she knew she was being recorded,
She
or whatever,
didn't know she was being recorded.
No, I understand that.
And
I
there's still-
listen, Pilar. When she's talking to somebody that she's looking to as Mendelsohn, where she doesn't have to clarify she's in an interview. Like where what she should have said is happening in this Me Too movement and all this stuff. She didn't clarify. She said and all that, right? So when she says all that, then people jump in and say it's race, it's this, it's that.
For sure.
That's what you're saying about the clickbait or taking words out of that she didn't say.
Right.
In a private conversation where if I'm saying to Maz, you know that fucking shit I'm talking about.
Yeah.
And he goes, yeah.
You know what I mean.
He knows what
That's
I
what
mean.
it is.
I'm having a conversation with him. Doesn't matter. And everybody else jumps in. This is a pure case of, and to me, it just looks like, okay, Rachel Nichols, because you're not in the plans or because this, you can go both ways on this.
Sure.
And when you have ESPN, who's one of the Death Star in my world, well, like as far as the corporation or whatever, well, they should stick up and should get behind it and have these two sit down. But no, they're making it bigger than it is.
Here's the kicker. It's a private conversation that she did not know was recorded. So now someone back at ESPN heard this. This was a young girl, producer, heard this. She's also African American. She took the cuts, put it on audio, put it on a CD, whatever way you want to do it, on her phone, and took it to Maria Taylor and said, look what Rachel said about you. That's how it happened. Then then Maria's like, son of a bitch. Okay, I guess this is horse shit. I'm taking it to Jimmy Pitaro, the GM or the president or whoever.
This was a year ago.
This was a year ago.
A year ago.
So the producer was suspended, from what I understand, for 2 weeks without pay, and has since had a lot of the good stuff taken away from her. She's more like covering the lesser events now. This producer that stirred the pot, that took this audio and thought it was her duty to take it to Maria Taylor and tell on Rachel Nichols. That's where we're at.
But I also feel like, why couldn't Maria just go to Rachel and be like,
She
yo,
could've.
what did you mean by this?
She won't return her calls. She won't return her texts.
Maria won't return Rachel's call. But
And
I feel
Rachel
like a year
apologized
ago, this should have
yesterday.
been. But this should have been apologized a year ago. And from what I've been reading on the reports, is that ESPN has been trying to find a way to put this to rest.
They did. You know what they did?
Years now.
They took her off the entire broadcast. So instead of her working the sidelines and letting Maria do the finals preview and post game, now Rachel is benched just for her show. She could do the hook. No, it's not called the hook. It's called the jump.
The jump.
And now they've but they brought in Malika Andrews, who is also African American, to do the sideline reporting. So they took Malika Andrews off the bench, put her on the starting team, and benched Rachel Nichols because of this private conversation to a guy that represents LeBron James and a big advisor to him and Rich Paul. And now Maria is saying, since she talked to this Mendelsohn guy, since Rachel talked to Mendelsohn, Maria doesn't feel she can go to Mendelsohn to get those guests that she wants on her show. It's a complete quagmire right now.
Yeah, I kind of agree with what social media is saying right now. I feel the same way. Everybody's saying it's pretty much just petty BS. And what I hate about this whole thing is I feel that anytime it's involving women, it needs to be blown up to the 10th million power and exaggerated, because now it's women being catty. When in reality, it really isn't. I feel like all that really had to happen here was Maria go up to Rachel and say, hey, what did you mean by this? And what's going on? Like, we are on the same team. Women need to support other women in sports. That's
she is
the only
supporting
way.
her, but she's protecting her own job to begin with.
Who, Maria?
Rachel. She is
Rachel.
saying Maria's
No,
great
that's
at what she
she's
does.
saying. No,
leave
I agree.
leave my job alone.
I agree. And Rachel has the right to say that. And Rachel pretty much said, listen, I have fought for my job.
Yeah.
I understand in being the whole diversity stuff because she's a woman.
Correct.
She's a woman. But let me tell you something, women. If you want to get paid the same kind of money that men are getting paid, the only way that is ever going to happen is if you stick together. Because if you all are always gouging at each other's eyes and stabbing each other in the backs, guess what? They're going to go find somebody else for just a little bit cheaper, and nobody will ever have to play on that platform.
I like what Tammy said. I agree.
What did Tammy say?
Just straight out of Mean Girls.
It is.
Straight out of Mean Girls.
It doesn't need to be like it's a misunderstanding. And if somebody said that about me, if you said that about me, I would go up to you and I'd say, hey, DMac, listen.
What did you mean by that?
Yeah, dude, what's going on? Like, why are you even saying that, and why do you feel that? Like, do you not think that I work hard for my job? And then you would say whatever it is, right? And we could
right,
just
exactly. Like, I'll cover the hockey and you cover the fantasy football, and you say, yeah, isn't that what we agreed upon?
Right.
Yeah, because
if I was to suddenly start covering fantasy hockey,
yep.
But
and
do you
you
understand
felt like
Maria
your
wants
toes-
money now?
Yes.
She wants to be above Rachel. She feels
Right,
she
this
deserves.
Is a power position. If you don't
and that's
call her
fine.
back, it's the same. But
of course, it's anybody against anybody. It's every man for himself when it comes to money and being on that freaking camera. That's all this is.
The only way that's going to happen is if girls start sticking together. And you know what?
Ain't gonna
if
happen.
they were really smart, they would step up, both of them, and say, you know what, media, stop with your clickbait. We got this. Okay, there's nothing for you guys to see here, and then take it to ESPN and say, you guys fix this. Let's all be happy so that ESPN, because I will say ESPN does a really good job about hiring women and hiring all kinds of diversity, all kinds of ethnicity. I don't know if that was the right sentence, diversity.
Do.
I mean, there's Hispanic women.
They got it all. Just say they have it
everything,
all.
Everything. They've got every kind of woman that is in sports, I feel like. So I feel that ESPN does a great job at hiring minorities.
Well, they have it in the past.
But
That's why they brought this up. And that's why Rachel spoke the way she did to Mendelsohn. She's like, yeah, it's just another chalk it up on ESPN's diversity. Because they've been under a lot of fire over the years for their lack of diversity. And now they're all over it. Look at their NHL crew that they just hired. There's 8 women on that panel, whether they're doing on-air, play-by-play, or in the studio, or doing sideline reporter or behind the glass. There are 7 or 8 women that were hired on that NHL thing that we talked about last week when they take over the NHL next year on ESPN. So they know what they're doing. They're doing it right. And both those girls are talented.
Very talented.
But, I don't want to see one have to be painted like they're painting Rachel Nichols right now, because I think it's bullshit.
She's been the face of NBA on ESPN for years. I'm saying
it
ever
doesn't
since
matter.
I was a kid.
It's what have you done for me lately?
I know,
That's
and I
all.
understand that. And I just feel that right now, if this is a way that, somebody's camp is trying to spin it and make it more about like, hey, now ESPN, you're in the hot seat. You need to pay our talent what she deserves to be paid. And nobody really wins
But
here.
here's the thing.
Nobody's going to win.
I agree with some of the people online. This is ESPN. It doesn't surprise me. It's like the same thing. It's like why can't they handle it in-house? And it's about...
They tried until they've been trying to handle it in-house for
But they won't.
a year.
If the girls won't talk, then there's no... I don't know. Here's the thing, right? It goes back to, listen, if I'm not doing it, then don't do it near me. And I refuse to be in situations like that because it's ugly and it's a win-lose situation. I want to be win-win. So that's
right.
It's just unfortunate that in this way, the way that it's painted or the way it's taken out, like you said, clickbait-wise. But that's what everything is.
Well, absolutely. But I also feel like then why didn't ESPN sit down, bring them both in? If they don't want to return each other's phone calls and text messages, then bring them both in. Right, but
they
then
don't care enough, I think.
Bring them both into your office and say, we're going to fix this right now. It's almost like when your 2 children are fighting. Both of you guys sit down and hold hands, and we're going to fix this until you guys
It's
are
a year
fine.
brewing, and since the year has gone on, Maria will not go on a broadcast if Rachel's going to be live. Everything has to be. I mean, it's so. She is being prickly about this. That's all I got to say.
Well, that's very, very unfortunate. And all sides
and you know
of
what
this.
the thing
I hate
is?
this.
This ain't the last we're going to hear about it. So
No. Well, I mean, and it takes away from the finals.
It does.
It takes away.
It does, because
from
there's
the
a bunch
finals.
of people. You got Jalen Rose, Kendrick Perkins. They all went to bat for Maria Taylor. Kendrick Perkins went on yesterday on the jump and told Rachel, hey, that was great that you apologized and took ownership of it. So they are spinning it like she did kind of step on a African American's rights to be a broadcaster. That's how the rest of that team has taken this. So Rachel is right now, she's screwed as far as I'm concerned. She's screwed.
It's unfortunate because to me, in the world of women in sports, nobody wins in this. Nobody wins. It's just continuing to set women back in the world of women in sports. So keep letting us know your thoughts on our social media at Woodward Sports. We'd love to hear from you guys. When we come back, it is time for us to get to the good, the bad, and the ugly.
I might have to change my ugly now.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy. We're only, not even the first hour into the show? You want to change it? All right, there you go. You're tuning into The Hook on Woodward Sports Network.
Join Woodward Sports in the Art of Combat podcast for the UFC 264 watch party. Imagine Royal Oak, McGregor vs. Poirier 3, Saturday, July 10th at 10 p.m. $25 per person. We'll have drink specials from Proper 12 and Jose Cuervo. Get your tickets now at imagine-entertainment.com.
Would you like to win a custom-built chopper while helping our veterans at the same time?
Then watch as we turn this bike into a one-of-a-kind classic chopper.
Watch the Call Sam Chopper Shop on our social media channels and get your raffle ticket today at callsam.com/chopper shop.
Hey guys, it's Maz for our good friends at Legacy Partners Insurance. They've been around for over 100 years, so they know what they're doing. If you haven't checked your insurance lately, I bet you it's crept up a little bit. Check that checkbook, because everyone's got it on auto pay anyway, basically. So check it out. You want to go to legacypartnersins.com/Woodward Sports. Right there, you'll land on our landing page, and you can sign up to get your insurance checked for no cost to you. You can also give them a call at 586-209-4106. You know it. They know the local insurance rates. They know how to shop, too. They shop between 7 and 10 carriers for personal, 50 carriers for commercial accounts. It's a no-brainer. If you haven't had your insurance quoted in a while, give Legacy Partners a try and tell them Team Maz sent you.
Welcome back to The Hook on Woodward Sports Network, Detroit's all-digital sports network. All right, guys, it is time to do what we do when we always come out of a weekend. This was a long weekend, so there's going to be a lot of the good, the bad, and the ugly.
All right, Mac.
All right.
Am I up?
You're up, my friend.
Well, we did it on Friday, and I knew that it would work. We show a little love to the best championship sports team, the Detroit City Football Club, La Rouge, their Northern Guard. They got it done in a 1-0 game. Thanks again to Neil Rule for filling in and bringing that mojo. But they got it done downtown. I think Alex has a few pictures from the celebration so you can see what it was like. All 7,000, 8,000, probably 10,000 people down there. But there's the boys lifting the trophy, 1-0 game, celebrating with all the fans. That's what it's all about. So
that's awesome.
Undefeated season. They got it done. We talked to Stephen Carroll on Friday, their captain, and it said that it's going to be they've beaten these guys before, but this sticking to it, and they played their defensive game that they needed to, not allowing a goal, which they've been sticklers all year. So congratulations, and it looked like so much fun and excitement. And, winning is fun. Trust me on that.
Yes, it is fun. Nobody's going to negate that.
No. And as far as there they are, check it out. That's a great championship. Anytime you see the plastic up, it's a good time. It's a good time. That means champagne. Anyways, the bad, and you never want anything to happen, and this will go into our Me Gusta, No Me Gusta. But as everybody heard, Matthias Kivlenieks, the goaltender, young kid from Columbus Blue Jackets, in a fireworks accident in Novi. Former teammate and friend Manny Legacy's house. He's the goalie coach for Columbus, and passed away from fireworks injury. It's just so sad anytime that stuff like this happens, but it needs to be brought up. So that's the bad. And the ugly, these guys survived, but I can't respect for fire and fireworks. I mean, that is just the stupidest thing ever. And just maybe these Buffalo Bills fans, I'll show it to you once. But guys, please, unnecessary risks, right? Life's tough enough as it is. You don't need to be doing stupid shit like this. But here you go, Bills Mafia. Watch this. Check this out. Because you don't want to be doing this. Boom.
Oh my gosh.
He lived.
I know. I've seen this. It's been circulating the realms of social media all
Because people nowadays are idiots.
And it's big on idiot. What's that?
Because people nowadays are idiots.
Oh, that was Tom Mazaway's voice.
Yeah, and then, hey, show Pilar. Pilar, we used you Friday. You were here.
Stay woke, yo.
So stay woke and put those firecrackers away.
Fantastic. Oh my gosh. I'm so hip.
Yeah.
Yeah, but for real though. I mean, guys,
I just shake
be
my head
careful.
at people.
I shook my head, you know, when Jason Pierre-Paul from the Giants, and then he eventually won a Super Bowl with the digits and stuff like that. There's so many. I mean, God.
We had a local weather guy here.
Pilar, we talked, and it's not like we don't like fireworks,
Right.
but put them out there with professionals and do it all nice. There's no need to die from a firecracker.
We had Dave Rexroad, who was a terrific meteorologist here locally. I don't know how many years ago it was, maybe 7 years ago, 6 years ago. He lost an eye because of an accident. Now, I know he wasn't playing around. He was doing things for his kids, and the thing went off accidentally, but...
It's
man.
true though. You know, this weekend we were lighting off fireworks, and I'm the crazy, no fun mom who's trying to cover up my kids' ears and trying to get them away. They're too close, and they're just running around. And I'm the Debbie Downer, the one that doesn't want to have any fun. And it's not that I don't want to have fun. It's just I don't understand why everybody had to be so close. And even still, I felt like there was pieces of the fireworks when they were all exploding were coming and hitting me, and they were hot. I'm sure that they hit my baby girl. Like I don't know. I'm the same way. I love a good fireworks show. I really, really do. But I don't need them to be to where I touch them.
I don't need to.
So be safe, everybody. Please be safe. All right, Tom Mazaway.
Not only that, the poor dogs. Oh, for God's sake.
Well, the dogs and
my dog is
man.
a mental midget.
The York, two of the four of ours, one of the Yorkies is real bad with that too. But also too is the veterans with PTSD and stuff like this.
Yeah, that's true.
I wanted my good buddy Ronnie Cyrus, who does a lot with the veterans and stuff, wrote a great thing on like we're celebrating for the veterans and stuff like that, but you can't surprise them. You got to let people know, and it's it's lost its luster when it starts killing people.
It really is.
But bring us up a little bit more chipper, Maz.
I will.
You got a good?
My good is Joey Chestnut. Because as stupid as this contest is, it cracks me up. It's funny. I love what they do. George Shea runs this competitive eating company. He ate 76 hot dogs, this guy, on a bad day. He did not have a good day, but he broke his own record by one hot dog.
And the over-under was 75.
Yep. That was his record. He got 76. He made 10 grand for that, and a lot more, obviously, in promotions and stuff like that. But ESPN had a terrible day that day. The feed went out 3 different times, including the finale when he was jamming those last 2 or 3 hot dogs. And they got roasted. I mean, the damn thing went down 3 different times. But congrats to Joey Chestnut.
What would be
the
your
4th
max?
of July.
What's your max? How many
In
could
10
you
minutes?
eat in 10 minutes?
5?
Yeah, right? For sure.
Yeah. That's it.
Hot dogs, I mean, I couldn't eat one.
The thing they have to use
gotta
is
eat the bun, too.
roasts the bread.
Yeah. But he does that just so they can eat the bread.
I know why he does it.
to.
He was talking about popcorn because he coming into the contest, he'd lost 4 events in a row, right? Like he's not the big popcorn, but he was. If you watch his Twitter or Instagram, he'll tell you how he looks for like lemon and water to mix it to make it all go down. So he's looking for the perfect concoction to be able to inhale it quick. So it's gross, but it's sort of
14 straight years he's won.
Because the dude's not even 200 pounds, is he?
His stomach goes out a little bit, and then now what he eats is just some salad and veggies. That's all he eats now, just to get his system back to okay.
Wait, are you kidding me? 76 hot dogs?
76.
Does he know what he
Now listen, do we have the picture of, we'll do that later. If you stack all the hot dogs he's eaten in the 14 years, and we'll show it to you later, it's higher than the Statue of Liberty.
Really?
Yes.
No.
Yes. It's almost as high as the Chrysler Building in New York.
No. That's wrong.
No, it's true.
If you stack them long ways, then, not just one on top of each other.
For all the hot dogs he's eaten. No, on top of each other.
Oh, over the 14 years.
Yes.
Okay.
Not just 76.
No, I think it's long ways, Maz.
It's going to have
On
to be
top of each
long
other?
ways, like this,
Okay.
Yeah,
this
like
way,
this.
not this way, right? Yeah.
Anyway, it's a lot.
Wow.
My bad are my New York Yankees.
Who cares?
They have shit in the bed. I know who cares, but it's my bad.
Who cares?
They're 3-7 in their last 10. If they would have lost on Sunday night to the Mets and got swept, I feel Aaron Boone will be looking for a new job, maybe Brian Cashman. But this team, they spent a lot of money to be a 500 ball club, and that's where they're at right now. They're one game better than 500. I'd rather be the Tigers than be the Yankees right now.
Yeah, baby.
And my ugly is the fireworks in general. I think people just way overdo it. Come on, guys. We've already seen the accidents, what it does to the dogs, what it does to war veterans. It's just too much. What's so fun about it? I don't get it. I mean, I don't get it.
I love them, guys. I really do.
You think I give one shit about seeing another fireworks show? It's the same. They're the same.
I think that they're beautiful, but I also like to see them from a distance. They're not as loud. I do like to put earmuffs on my kids or the
Stay woke, yo.
Yeah, stay woke, yo.
Fish,
Be
do you like
safe.
fireworks?
They're fine.
Okay. All that
okay.
just for fun. Leave your mic up and just hit the mute button.
I can't do that because I have to take the phone calls
Sorry,
like that.
my bad.
So,
but no, I think fireworks are fine.
Okay.
Yeah, they're fine.
I like them. I think they're beautiful. They're fun.
Listen, fireworks.
But from a distance. I like to see them from a distance.
What are you, Bette Midler?
TV, they're fine.
From a distance.
Oh my God! I cannot believe you saying.
He's doing Disney, right?
Yeah.
I don't even
That's
know
not
that.
Disney. That's Bette Midler.
Bette Midler.
Never mind. I'm done.
No.
That's my ugly.
No, I don't know the words. From a distance. I remember that song. Just that one part, though. Wait. I do want to add something more to this whole firework thing. So, July 4th was on a Sunday. Monday, most people had to go to work, right? So, I felt like everybody should just pop their fireworks on Saturday when nobody had to go to work on Sunday. So, Sunday night, I'm trying to go to bed, and fireworks everywhere, just popping left and right. And I'm thinking, people, seriously? It's a Monday tomorrow. Don't you go to work? What is wrong with you guys? Go to bed. That's how I felt. I was officially old. Yes, Fish.
Most people did not have work on Monday. Monday was the observed holiday.
Well,
So
in my world,
95% of people were off yesterday.
in my world, we were the only people that got to take it off. In everybody else's world, in my world, everybody else had to work. So
Hey, we
in
got to
my
play
world,
the Calvin Johnson
it was-
interview again yesterday, which was
Yeah.
great. Art, nice job putting that in there.
In my world,
You too, Alex.
Yeah, thank you.
everybody should have been asleep and not popping fireworks late at night on a Sunday.
And also, even if they had work on Monday, it wouldn't matter because it's a holiday. Everyone's going to pull out fireworks anyway. So
I got news for you. They're going to shoot them off for the next month.
Yes.
It doesn't matter.
Yes,
I didn't
they
hear
are.
any last night.
I did.
I didn't hear any either.
Come to the glorious shores of St. Clair
The
Shores.
glorious shores.
Well, you're on a lake, so that makes sense that they're just going to
It's
go to the beach.
pretty on the lake. We
Fireworks.
saw the most.
Boom, 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 boom.
If I put the fireworks show on and just every year put the same one on from, like, let's say from this year, if I put this one on next year and the year after and the year, no one watching on television would know the difference. Nobody. It's the same crap.
And that's what they do on TV. People still watch.
I like fireworks. At the lake where we were staying, it was so nice. The people on the other side of the lake, they had this massive professional setup. They were celebrating their 50th year anniversary, wedding anniversary, and so they had a real professional come in.
Nice.
And they taped everything off. Everybody was intense. They were very safe about it. But we were on the opposite side of the lake, and it was the most spectacular thing.
Spectacular.
Yeah, it was absolutely amazing. All right, guys, it's time for me to get to my good and bad and the ugly. So my good is that I am predicting that Spain will win today. We're still at 0-0, huh? Nothing.
Halftime,
yeah, nothing big yet, but Spain will beat Italia today. That is my good. It's the be do have theory, my friends. Put it out there. My bad is that over the weekend I lost my wedding ring.
Wow.
Yes.
In Paw?
Yes, my wedding ring. That is not what it looks
Paw? The missing wedding ring
That
in
is
Paw?
not what my wedding ring looks like, but that's a beautiful little flower.
You found that one.
I found my engagement ring, yes. I woke up, I took them off in the middle of the night because my son was crying, so I put him to lay down next to me.
Stab him with that big
I don't
rock.
want to.
Where
Yeah, I
were
didn't
you?
hurt him, so we were at a lake house.
Okay,
and-
so you were at a rental?
Yes.
Okay.
And then, so I took my rings off in the middle of the night and I put them on the table next to me. And in the morning, my husband lets the kids just run around like wild Indians and I'm still asleep. And I wake up and my rings are gone. So I asked him, I said, hey, honey, have you seen my wedding rings? And he goes, why would I take your wedding rings? And I said, because you and your mom always take my wedding rings. Anytime I take them off and I leave them somewhere, you guys like to play jokes on me and run off with my wedding rings. I was like, he was like,
good.
yeah. I was like, so I don't even panic anymore. That's what I said, so I don't even panic anymore.
I like that.
On a Tuesday, Matt, we made Matt
I made him laugh. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh. I said, so I don't even panic anymore. I just cough them up. Because, well, I don't have them. I go, well, ask your mom where they're at. And he said, my mom hasn't even been downstairs in the basement. And I go, okay,
Mama!
well, then now
Mama!
I'm starting to panic because I took them off and I left them right there and the kids were running around today. So we start to panic a little bit. We're looking for all of them. We're looking for both rings. We find, thank God, my engagement ring in the couch, in the corner of the couch. So we're tearing apart the couch. We can't find it. And our logic is that the wedding ring, the band, has got to be in the couch next to where the other ring was, right? We took a knife to the couches.
Rental couches.
We took a knife to the
To
couches.
the rental couches, Matt. Sorry.
We were
Savage.
determined to find
It was a
this
coast knife, by the way, folks. So get your hashtag
Very
how we
clean
coast
cuts,
in.
but-
How we coast? We rip up
How we
couches.
coast. So
I had to find my ring, okay?
Rental couches.
And we could not find it. Everybody turned the house upside down. I mean, literally, we ripped apart the couches. We could not find it. So that is my bad. The ugly is that maybe
This is ugly. This is
maybe
truly
I'm
ugly.
just not okay thinking that I went through the trash, guys. I went through everything.
That's fine. Trash is
right.
fine.
I went through the trash.
Well, what else did you go through?
Well, I have this theory that because it was my band, which is really small, it's just the band with diamonds all around it, small diamonds, nothing big, that my son swallowed it.
Because little Anthony puts everything in
He
his
puts
mouth.
everything in his mouth. And what's worse is that my daughter, she'll take this phone and put his head back like this and then shove the phone in his mouth and say, here, eat it. Like, I mean, if you're trying to rush.
Because people nowadays are idiots.
That is what my daughter will do. Like, she will put everything in your mouth and tell you to eat it. And my son, he's so little, he doesn't know any better. And I think that she probably put the rings in his mouth, and he probably felt that the engagement ring was a little too big for him, so he spit it out. But the other ring, I think he swallowed it.
You've really done a wonderful job with those kids. Wonderful.
But finish it off.
So because in my mind, my son swallowed it, and I'm not going to take him to the emergency room and put radiation through him and give him an x-ray for no real reason when I didn't
Do
see
you have
him
any
swallow it.
organic radiation?
That's what I would ask for. I would ask for an ultrasound, I'd be like, you're not going to give him an x-ray. I have been pilfering through my son's poop For 3 days
It's not
now.
just poop, folks. It's organic poop. So once it goes in, it's coming. Something's coming
It
out.
comes right out.
That's some
out.
bad shit.
I mean, it is.
Tell
Really
everybody,
bad.
Pilar, what you said. The best part is you were trying to tell yourself, right? Oh, it's my baby.
It's my baby, and you're like, oh, it's your son's poop. No big deal. Like, I love him. I'm sure I've had plenty of poop on my hands before, anyways. But I mean, after like the 7th diaper, you're just like digging. My hands are wrapped. I'm just digging. I'm like, this smelly ass crap. So gross. I'm like, what do you eat, kids? What do you eat? So we still have not found
We eat all that shit you make us.
I know, but it comes. Here's my biggest fear is that we missed a poop diaper because my husband was like, he didn't eat it, and we took off.
That ring is on the floor somewhere in Paw.
On the
I
floor?
don't know.
On the floor.
On the floor.
Someone has got whoever cleaned the place up is going to find it.
I am wearing my great grandma's wedding band.
That's nice.
Because I'm not getting a new ring.
Pilar pilfering through poop. There
That's
it
it.
is.
I mean, that is
Triple
what
P
it was.
here on a Tuesday.
Disgusting.
Or Anthony took it to maybe get you a new one.
Ooh.
That would be great, but no.
Way to hang the dude coat out to dry, Maz. Way to go.
I know. That would be great, but he said I don't get another ring.
Sorry, man.
But I really do hope every single time my son poops, it's like Christmas. Is there going to be a surprise?
He's not potty trained yet, is he?
No, thank
Okay,
goodness.
good. Okay, good.
Thank goodness.
But
And
you
then I
missed a
started
diaper.
looking through.
It's
We
probably
missed
in that
one.
diaper.
We missed one.
No
and they already
way.
took
I
out
don't
the
think
trash.
he ate it. No way.
I don't. Mads, it's
He didn't swallow
literally
it.
this big. It's literally this big.
I know. He didn't swallow
It's
it.
tiny.
And
It's,
his esophagus is probably smaller than that.
Yeah, he didn't swallow
no,
it.
do you know the kind of stuff I have seen? I found an eraser in his poop.
Don't you think he would have, when you guys were
And
looking
I
for it,
found
he
a
would have said,
little rubber band
We're
already.
talking about your dog or your son?
My son, because my
Okay.
daughter puts stuff in his mouth all the time. I found a little eraser, and I found a little, like, about the size of a ring. It's like a hard plastic ring.
Nah, he didn't eat it.
Ay.
You're going to find it. Probably be in your luggage.
I have already took apart my luggage. You have no idea. It's a sad day. And you know what? It's not even that I care about the ring, that the cost of it, because that burns the nostrils. But it was my wedding ring, the memories behind it, and the blessing from the father.
Grapes.
And
The
all
grapes in
that.
New Zealand. Oh my gosh, that picture of dropping the grape. You can go back. We're going to have to get you a big mural of that to hang on the wall. 'cause it's got
Whoever's
your ring
cleaning
in
the
there.
place that you destroyed, they're going to find it. In between one of those ripped up cushions somewhere. It's gonna
We're gonna get
appear.
a big fat bill, and if they do find it, they're not gonna give me a ring. It'd be nice, along with the bill. We told them, obviously.
What they're going to do is say, listen, lady, we found your ring, but we also found the couch, a bed, and something else you destroyed.
told them.
We're even.
No,
We're
I would
even.
say, okay, well, you send me the bill and give me back my ring, and I can stop pilfering through my son's poop. That's what I would say.
Good stuff.
It was a long weekend. It
Yeah,
was
but Pilar,
a long
you know what though?
weekend.
The beauty, and I sit here and as for whether it's the people at home or whether it's Maz or I, you know what? Welcome to parenting. You know, that's what it is. It's these stories, no matter what, you're mesmerizing, traumatizing Fish and Alex. Maz and I are reminiscing. People out there are laughing because you know what? But you are. You know, the fact that you're aware that you are that mother, but you are 100%. I mean, that is what the mother is, and to understand that it's not all, like you said, parenting's the hardest thing you'll ever do in your life.
It really is.
And the
guys.
sacrifices that, did you ever think you'd be playing in your little man shit? No, but there is a reason.
Day
There's a
after
reason,
day
and we're
after
here
day
at the
after
hook to
day.
share with you. So,
And-
sorry you had such a bad time.
And the worst part is that my husband has been instructed that while I'm away, like while I'm at work and the sitter too, if you
Save
change a
the day.
poopy diaper, you just set it to the side. I'll deal with it
And
whenever
we know
I
you're
get home.
100%, Maz. We know she's 100%.
Not kidding.
Not kidding.
Not kidding.
Not kidding.
Well, that was fun.
All right, guys. Yeah, good stuff.
Yeah, you know what I always say,
Stinky
Maz?
stuff.
Better her than us.
Absolutely.
For sure. I just hope I find the ring. Then it's really gonna.
Someone's
but then,
gonna find it.
Well, let me ask you this: if I do find it in the poop, Would you wear it?
Of course.
Yeah, you got.
I mean, that'd be
you send it
gross.
out to
You
be
know what? I'm
clean.
already digging through it. You're right.
It's
I'm already
your
digging
son's.
through that poop.
Of course.
I mean,
And I would look at it and be like,
plus-
son, do you know that
Plus,
one
you know
time you saw my
exactly when
wedding
you look at his diaper what he ate because you feed him
Oh, I
organic,
know exactly
all
what
this
it is.
stuff, whatever.
Exactly. I'm like chickpeas, black beans,
there you go.
spinach. I know it all. I know everything. All right, guys.
That smells pretty bad. I guarantee.
Yeah, I want to know, have you guys ever lost anything?
It's organic.
Did you get broccoli too?
Oh, yeah.
That's the worst smell.
And mushrooms.
And asparagus. Add the broccoli
No,
and the
no
asparagus.
asparagus. He hasn't had asparagus yet. I should give it to him. Not in the week. I mean, I don't know. They say it takes a week for it to come up.
Asparagus?
Asparagus.
Oh, Tom's got jokes. All right, guys. When we come back, it is time for us to get to our qualifier for your chance to win $25,000 in our Kick for Crypto promo. So don't go anywhere. Start giving us a call, 313-552-6322. You're tuning into The Hook on Woodward Sports Network.
Welcome to the newest Bridge Street Exchange, not only in downtown Fenton, now in the Somerset Collection. Located on the second level, south side, right next to Lululemon and Starbucks. This is where you can get all the hottest barware, or men's grooming products, or clothing, or, oh, that's what you meant. Don't forget they got some cool hats too, and it's a lot of great local Michigan-owned companies that you're supporting. And don't forget, all under $3. You're such a loser. But for real, take advantage. 15% off if you come in here. Tell Kevin that Woodward Sports sent you. Or stop.
Happy Tuesday. Hope everybody had a great, safe weekend. Remember, it's not the what, it's the who. 8 Mile Vodka, born here in Detroit, distilled in 90-liter batches, carbon aerated, fully filtered to the liking of award-winning vodka. Yes, made here, 8 Mile Vodka in Detroit. The Sippers Cup, they were just at. Now, if you enjoyed some of this over the weekend, please tell us. But if you haven't, you can go to Meyer or anywhere bar and ask for 8 Mile Vodka. And after Pilar's weekend, I'm giving her this bottle to go home. But she will drink it at home, all of it, and drink responsibly. You should.
You know, I wasn't even drinking when I lost my wedding ring. Your comments on our
That's why you
social
lost
media,
it.
that's the problem. That's the problem. Your comments on social media as to the things that you have lost are insane. And Tammy says, I ate when she was 4 a bottle of the little orange tasting chewable Bayer aspirins. Her parents found the bottle and she pointed to her sitter. They rushed her to the ER and pumped her stomach to only find out that she was the one who ate it all.
Oh.
That I would have been evil. I would have been like, well, now you got to pump her stomach too.
The babysitter ate it?
Yeah, Tammy pointed to the babysitter, and so her parents thought that her babysitter ate it, and instead it was Tammy who actually ate it.
That's how I figured.
Yeah, well, that's what she said. Darren says, take him to White Castle and feed him some sliders. The kid will have 2 poops for weeks.
Don't do that.
Oh my gosh. All right, guys, welcome back to The Hook on Woodward Sports Network, Detroit's all-digital sports network, live from MyBookie Studios. It is time for us to get our qualifier in today. Give us a call, 313-552-6322, and you, my friends, will have a chance to compete for a $25,000 prize of cryptocurrency. $25,000 kick for crypto. Give us a call. 313-552-6322 is the number. All right, Tom Mazaway, give us your sports update.
All right. We're also going to have people where they could write in as well.
Are we doing?
Well, yeah, because nobody calls, so we're going to do it on social media.
Okay, so
come up with a word that you want them to
Oh, it was her
write
sister,
in.
not her sitter.
Okay,
her
her sister.
Her sister. Oh,
That
would've
makes
been
more sense.
Super scary. Her 4-year-old sister. I see. Okay.
So if you guys want to qualify, feel free to. What are you looking at there? Facebook?
Yep, I'm on
Okay.
Facebook.
On Facebook, write in crypto poop. Crypto poop. And you will qualify, and Pilar will find you, and you will qualify for our kick for crypto. And also, you will win either a knife or a headlamp, courtesy of our friends from Coast.
We have different designs too.
Yeah, lots of stuff for you.
Whoa.
So write in if you're on Facebook, Crypto Poop, and you are a winner. Tigers winners of 3 in a row, looking for 5. Make it 4 in a row. They've won 5 of 6. I've got poop on my mind. Tonight they're taking on the Rangers, Jose Urena, and Dane Dunning, the matchup at 8:05. The All-Star game, Shohei Ohtani voted in as both a hitter and pitcher. First time that's ever happened. Yes, he's breaking all the rules. He's also in Monday's Home Run Derby from Colorado. Game 1 of the NBA Finals tonight. Suns hosting the Bucks. Giannis is questionable, upgraded from doubtful. Phoenix 2-0 for the year against Milwaukee in the regular season. First time the Bucks have been there since '74. They lost in 7 to the Celtics that year. Suns there for the first time since '93. They lost in 6 to the Bulls. They'll face it tonight. Tip-off at 9 o'clock, and the Suns favored by a solid 6 points. Michigan center Hunter Dickinson withdrawing his name from the NBA draft. He is returning for his sophomore year. An NHL Stanley Cup is still going on. The final will be Game 5 tomorrow night in Tampa. Canadians stayed alive last night. They beat the Lightning in overtime 3-2. Tampa still leads it 3-1. On this day in sports, we'll do a little bit more baseball. Take you back to 1989. Mac, you're going to like this. Paul O'Neill with a kick save against the Phils. Check this out.
The night. All-timer. He kicked the ball to Todd Benzinger. The absolute all-time play I may have ever seen. Paul O'Neill gave up on the ball game. He assumed with a base hit that Steve Jeltz was going to score.
There you go.
That was amazing.
Get your head
out of your ass. They're talking to you, Mouse.
Oh, my gosh.
And we got one more coming to you. You ever get a base hit in baseball and get thrown out at first? Larry Walker did it to Tony Fernandez. Check it out.
Plummeting down the mountain. Hit the...
Wow.
There you go. Fun stuff in baseball, folks.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Do we have a winner yet on your crypto poop?
Crypto poop.
Crypto poop? Any crypto poop winners?
Nope. Wait. Nope. Okay,
then I'm going to let the YouTubers do it. First one to write in crypto
Tammy did
poop.
say.
You could not have won before. If you already won, you can't write it in.
They're
Crypto
very good. They
poop
know that.
to my YouTubers. Write it in, and you will win and be getting ready for that $25K kick for crypto coming up on July 23rd.
Tammy says I can use the headlamp to look
Oh,
through the
you
poop.
goal.
Who got the goal?
Italy got the goal.
No! Oh, any chance of it being a replay and a take back?
Federico
No, they're not going to take it
right-foot
back.
shot from the left side of the box.
No foul?
60th
Nope.
minute. That means 30 minutes left
Okay,
in the game.
Corey just won. Crypto poop.
Crypto poop,
On
Corey.
Facebook.
Nice job, Corey.
All right, Corey. Congratulations. You, my friend.
Oh, Extreme Shaft. Extreme Shaft got in here, too. I'll give Extreme Shaft an opportunity to win it, too. Extreme Shaft, if you want to win, write in your email address.
Say
I'll give it
one
to
more time,
Fish.
Maz, because you're so happy
Extreme
with that.
Shaft.
Extreme Shaft.
Right on in, Shaft. And you are a winner as well as who's your poop
C.
guy?
Perry got it on YouTube as well.
I just gave to YouTube. Facebook.
Wait, you said
Extreme Shaft is my winner on YouTube. Who's your winner on Facebook?
I told you, Corey.
Extreme
Okay,
Shaft
Corey.
spelled crypto wrong. He spelled it with an I instead of a Y.
Well, he probably thought it
He
was
was crip walking.
25K
He was crip walking, bro.
for
I like
crypto.
it.
He probably thought it was all, I don't know.
I'm adding that to my soundboard. Extreme Shaft.
Oh, okay.
you have to.
We got C. Perry in here as well. C. Perry, you've won as well.
I just told
You get a chance.
You get some
Goddamn,
poop.
it's Tuesday.
Everyone gets some poop.
Maz is open today. Give him.
If you guys give
Get
us
the crypto poop out.
give us your email address, and I will have Fish get in touch with you. If not, go to hell.
Maz is
Corey,
my favorite
you
Twitter
too. Corey
screenshot.
on Facebook as well. Oh my goodness. I don't even know what's going on
Anyone
right
that
now.
writes in an email right now will be in.
Corey
420.
just said, did you say Extreme Shaft has one eye?
No, that was him.
No,
That
he
was
spelled
Alex.
crypto with an I instead of a Y.
Extreme Shaft has one eye. Yes, we understand that.
Extreme Shaft.
I don't get it.
You don't get it? Okay. It's better that way then.
Why is everybody laughing? I don't get it.
It's better.
Mans, can I add a baseball play to your...
I'd love... Oh,
yeah.
I forgot Alex's edition. Alex's edition. Please go ahead, Alex. Take it over.
Yeah, shout out to the Tigers last night, winning 7-3. It really should have been 7-0, but Garcia gave up a couple homers in the 9th inning. But, you know, I really made an effort to watch this game, flipping in between the Tigers and the Stanley Cup Final, because they're playing good baseball right now. And who had a great game last night was our 9-hole hitter, Zach Short. He went 1 for 3 with a 2-run home run, a sacrifice fly, and this amazing diving play to start a double play in the 8th inning.
Get it in there. The 1-2. There's a ground ball. Ooh. Nice play by Short. He shovels it to Castro. What a double play!
Wow, he says.
That's outstanding stuff right there.
Let me tell you.
What a play. How does it dive? Fully outstretched.
Dude, he's got a little tram in him. He looked a little tram.
I love this kid.
There, dude.
I love this kid. I like this team.
And if you see the reaction of the pitcher Rodriguez, how excited he was afterward, that just goes to show like how together this team is playing right now.
Do you have that cut that I sent you of it? It's like the one that it's like from the back, from the outfield.
Give me 1 second.
Give it a wall. Let me know when you have it. We'll play that one too.
Alex, that's why this team not only, it's not about wins and losses, but they're building that culture and more in and more out. When you see some of the younger guys or guys that we haven't seen, we know the pitchers, right? They got the Mize, Manning, Skubal, rotation coming up after tonight's game, right? But it's the Badus, the Hosses, the Shorts. Even the guys, the Grossman, look at that. Even the different guys, but what you said, Alex, is when you see them engaged for each other, that ain't because they're not worried about themselves. It's all about the other guy. And when you see that you pointed that out, that's culture. That's what makes it. That's the things that I'm excited for putting into place more than it is of wins and losses. But you can see why they're able to put games together. Now nobody wants to play them. And let's be realistic. This is the part of the schedule where they can make some hay because they're playing teams that aren't as good as them. And we haven't been able to say that in a long time. And that's cool, dude. So it's awesome that you, as a younger guy, realizes this in the, that's Maz's old guy sport. But
that's why he's got Alex's edition.
That's why he's your
son. That's why
every
he's
Monday
your son.
After Good Men and Ugly.
You can do it anytime, man.
Yeah,
Alex's edition could be any day.
Well, there's going to be one huge Alex's edition this Friday when you're out of town. So.
That's right. You're going to be me. My son's taking over for me.
Are you sitting in?
Well, he's
I'm not going to sit in, but
the show.
I'm going to
with your help.
Maz's job.
You're going to do Maz's job.
I'm going to do the prep sheet, basically.
Oh, okay. Well, this is going to be fun.
I'm going to do this thing. I'm going to do the highlights and stuff.
You guys all got to chip in and help him. You too, Fish.
Fish should do.
Fish is watching soccer right now.
No, I'm listening to the show.
What minute is it, Fish?
65.
Crypto poop. That's all you got to remember.
Crypto poop.
Extreme shaft.
Hey,
extreme shaft.
Darren
not just the normal shaft. The extreme
Darren
shaft.
wants to know on Facebook. He's saying this isn't cool. I qualified too soon. I want some coast stuff. The machete would come in handy on this growth beside my house.
Well, put I don't know what to tell you, bro. Hashtag how we coast, and then DMac reads it, and then he might give you one away on a Friday.
Show him the machete, Mac.
Bitching and moaning.
Your machete.
Hashtag how we coast. What?
Show him the machete.
Show him the machete. But
listen to it now. There it is.
Machete. Oh, look at this. This thing's the real deal.
Yeah, it is.
I was shaving with it last week.
Stop it, dork.
Doesn't look like it.
All right, guys.
Come in. Hey, boy, listen. This is I shaved yesterday.
All right, guys. So Aaron Rodgers did not opt out.
Ooh.
Whoa, we were all waiting for July 2nd. He did not opt out. So what does this mean? Well, we're going to let you know when we come back. You're tuning into The Hook on Woodward Sports Network.
Tony is a third-generation logger that has a simple, practical approach to life and work. That's why his Coast DX342 knife is perfect for him. The stainless steel blade is rust-resistant and made for all-weather use. And the double roll-lock safety ensures that it will never inadvertently close when he doesn't want it to. That's why Coast is trusted tough.
You don't fumble the ball at work. Hey, Drake Bell, Sean Baligian. See you guys next weekend.
Thanks, mate. Oh, Bell's soft. Wait till it comes to New Zealand. Pour that out.
Hey guys, it's Art. For UFC 264, join Woodward Sports and the Art of Combat podcast for the UFC 264 watch party at Imagine Theater, Royal Oak. Watch McGregor Poirier 3 live on the massive EMAX screen. The party kicks off at 10 o'clock. I'm thinking this is this Saturday. Am I correct?
This is this Saturday.
Because
Yeah,
it doesn't say a
Imagine Royal
fucking
Oak.
thing what day this is, but it's this Saturday at 10 o'clock, $25 a person. We'll have drink specials and prizes from Proper 12, Irish Whiskey, and Jose Cuervo. Get your tickets right now at ImagineEntertainment.com. That's Imagine / make that dash, entertainment.com. Imagine-entertainment.com. Do it for Art, please. Come watch The Art of Combat with him this Saturday night.
You wanted me to come back.
Welcome back to The Hook on Woodward Sports Network. All right, everybody. So June 2nd came around, and we thought we would have a decision from Aaron Rodgers. And but no definite decision.
He didn't opt out.
July 2nd came around, and we thought, okay, this was going to be it. The world can move on, move forward, or just stick to the way it is. And July 2nd came around, and he did not opt out. So what does this mean? Well, we still don't know yet. That's exactly what it means. But we're going to talk about what it is that he's saying. Packers quarterback Aaron Rodgers is thankful for the opportunity to work on mental health, per at Ben Baby. So ESPN's got this article out.
Ben Baby, that's a great name.
Ben Baby.
Extreme Shaft.
Extreme Shaft.
Sorry, I'll stop. Sorry.
It's okay.
Where Aaron Rodgers is quoted saying, "I'm very thankful for the opportunity to work on my mental health," Rodgers said. "I haven't dealt with bouts of depression or anything that I think for whatever reason are okay to talk about if you're talking about mental health. I've just been really trying to think about what puts me in the best frame of mind. What habits can I form that allow me to feel most in my body, most present, happiest? And that's what I've been doing," he said. And then he goes on to quote a proverb.
A what?
A proverb.
Proverb.
Oh, a proverb. Oh, shit. All these years I've been calling it a proverb.
Well, that's good. It's a proverb.
Proverb.
Confucius say
to correct you.
All right, well, hell.
Read his proverb.
Well, it's spelled proverb, but all right, proverb.
You could say it any way you want, but just read what he says.
Stay woke, yo.
Potato.
Yeah,
Exactly.
stay woke, yo. Work on, I guess, phonetics. Not really, because phonetics will get you to say proverb instead of proverb. All right, sometimes the loudest person in the room is not the smartest person. Amen to that. Rodgers said, "Sometimes the loudest person in the room is not the person who has all the facts on their
DMac.
side or the truth on their side. Sometimes there's a lot of
Except in this
wisdom
case.
in silence. Sometimes there's a lot of wisdom in being selective on what you say."
That's right.
I feel that this proverb speaks directly to us all here at Woodward Sports.
No, I'm loud and I'm right. So I mean, it's my truth. That's
So
the thing is I
sometimes-
enjoy my truth, and sometimes he's right, but I'm not the smartest one in the room.
All right.
Always.
Right.
So that's the thing.
Okay, sometimes the loudest person in the room is not the person who has all the facts on their side or the truth on their side. Who could that be? You. No, you. You're the one who doesn't like change.
I got truth on my side, though.
You don't have truth on your side. I have truth on my side. Everything that I ever say is accountability
Mac,
to whatever.
Then he goes
how
on
long
to
ago did you
say-
get your truth?
Recently.
But he has it.
Okay,
It
how
doesn't
long have
matter
I had my fucking truth?
Yeah, but your truth.
But do you have
But
your
Maz,
truth?
you are the first to admit part of your truth is speaking before thinking.
That's what he says.
That's my truth.
Sometimes
Right,
there's a
that's what
lot
I'm
of
saying.
wisdom
True
in being
truth. That's your
selective
true
on
truth,
what you
but that's
say.
what you understand. Just why I'm going to get anything vulnerable or like that hits my heart virtue, right? Where I get upset about is when I blow up for not, right? Where you understand where I don't know why I do it sometimes, but it's because of my heart virtue. I know that.
Here's the next one, though. I mean, the one in there that I want you guys to say, who would this one be?
Pilar.
No.
Oh.
Sometimes there's a lot of wisdom in silence. Who would that be?
Fish.
Fish. 100 million trillion thousand times percent fish.
Yeah, because mine's there's a lot of anger and silence. So when I'm silent, I'm mad.
Yeah, me too.
Right? So
yeah, me too.
That's not me.
If I'm silent, it's because I'm reverting to the art of war.
Mm-hmm.
The art of
And
combat?
that's when what's that?
The art of combat?
No.
The art of war.
That's
that
a
what
different
Aaron
level.
Rodgers said?
Combat. She's talking about life or death.
I was just plugging Art's show.
I know you
because,
guys,
you know.
but I'm just telling. I'm clarifying that that's not like we're trying to say life and death versus sport.
Yep. So I feel that this proverb.
Nice.
Is that, listen, all I have to do is learn it once.
Somebody
and then
just needs to
somebody needs to teach it to me, right? I mean, nobody ever read to me the word proverb, so I read it myself all these years and thought it was proverb.
Well, and English
because
is
that's
not
what they
your
tell
first
you.
language.
They always tell you
So-
when you're learning it, they tell you sound it out.
I get it.
I mean, remember act, verb. I mean, yes. But now that you guys have enlightened me, as Aaron Rodgers has enlightened us with this proverb, yep, I feel that is fish. I feel that there is a lot of DMac and a lot of Tom Mazaway in this.
You know, Aaron watches the show, so I think he was talking to Maz and I.
But I think that
specifically.
when he says sometimes there's a lot of wisdom in being selective on what you say, I feel that is me.
It's just like
I
a
always
husband
try
at
to-
home. We have selective hearing. That's
I
the
have
same thing.
selective words
and
that I say.
and you
I like
have
to
a
be
selective
careful with
opinion.
what
you
I
have
say.
what you think, and then you have the right answer, what your wife tells you.
Exactly.
I try
I
to
had
be
one of
very
those weekends.
careful.
Oh, and you still had a good weekend. Nice.
I had a good weekend.
Good.
I got left alone yesterday.
You didn't play any poop, so and you
Nope.
got left alone.
I got left alone yesterday.
Wow.
And I got to watch Godfather 1 and 2 back to back.
Oh boy.
For the how many times?
I can't count.
Like,
but it was just beauty.
Over 50?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
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 Yeah. It was
You
great.
watched the same movie 50. Actually, I think the only movie I have watched over 50 times would be Nacho Libre.
And
That's some
Moana.
good stuff. Yeah, Moana, you're right. But not from start to finish. It's always playing in my head, though, that's for
Yeah,
sure.
after going to my family went out yesterday afternoon, so I went in the pool early, came in, had a little lunch, watched Godfather 1, fell asleep a little bit on one of the parts and I just still heard it. I knew when to fall asleep.
Right.
Then I got up, finished it up strong.
Yep.
Washed up.
Yeah.
Went out to the pool again for a quick dip. Came
dip.
back in, ordered pizza.
Oh.
My brother-in-law came over, and I watched Godfather 2. He's never seen it, so I had to talk him through it, and it was fun.
Nice.
That sounds like a nice day.
Then the
Sounds like
family came home with about 15 minutes left in the movie, and they're like, "Oh, Daddy's watching Godfather again, Mom."
Telling on you. Hey, think about that.
But I had a fun
That
day.
is so funny. Maz gets told on, Mom, he's watching I Love Lucy again. Mom, he's watching the 68 freaking World Series.
Yes.
And,
Yes.
And yet, when I say he lives in the past, right? Doesn't hold
I'm happily
water.
in the past. I truly am. I'm happily in the past.
Well, I mean,
I'm in my bubble. It's all good.
I think it's because you always know what the outcome is going to be. You don't like the surprises.
I don't watch the news. Refuse. I like good news. I like fun things. I
don't
like
blame you.
sports.
The news is very saddening.
Sports, movies, and that's about it. And Seinfeld. And Batman.
And the Munsters.
And of course, thank you.
I got you, Tom Mazaway.
Thank you.
I got you.
Leave it to Beaver.
All right, guys.
So we have no idea what Aaron Rodgers is doing. That's the
Yeah.
whole long and short of the story.
No,
But we know that he's reading a lot of Proverbs.
And he is going to play somewhere this year because he didn't opt
He didn't
out.
opt out.
And he ain't going to pay $21 million back. So he'll play somewhere. We just don't know where.
Yep. All right, guys. So let's move on a little bit more in the NFL. Who would you say is the most legendary backup quarterback in NFL history?
Well, there's
This
a lot of
was
them.
so many, and I feel that it depends on what era, right? It's almost like which era for you.
Well, I got you the best
personally.
ones I wrote down here. These are without
You
a
put-
doubt
right,
the
Steve
best
Young.
ones. Steve Young is without a doubt the best backup quarterback in the history of NFL, in the history of sports. He backed up Joe Montana. Okay?
Yeah, I mean that's a good one.
Steve Young's a Hall of Famer, so I would say that's a pretty good backup.
Oh, I thought you were going to continue to read your list.
Earl
Since
Morrall
this was your
is another
list.
guy. Here's a guy that played behind Johnny Unitas in Baltimore and played behind Bob Greasy when he came to Miami. And then the 72 Dolphins, who went undefeated, were led most of the year by Earl Morrall. He took them right to the AFC Championship game at the halftime when Don Shula went back to Bob Greasy and they finished off the Steelers and then beat the Redskins. So I'd say Earl Morrall's pretty damn good. And he started here with the Lions way back when. Jeff Hostetler, Super Bowl 25 from West Virginia. Married to the coach's daughter, Don Nehlen's daughter. Comes to the Giants, backs up Phil Simms. Simms gets hurt with maybe, I think it was the last game of the regular season against the Vikings. Comes in and leads the Giants to beat the freaking Buffalo Bills, who had the greatest offense in the history of the NFL that year. They beat the Raiders the game before. I think it was 56-0 in the AFC Championship. Jeff Hostetler comes in. Mac, you remember Super Bowl 25? Giants Bills?
Yeah, I
Whitney
remember
Houston
'cause it was
sang the national anthem.
What's that?
Whitney Houston sang the national anthem.
Right.
The famous national
No,
anthem.
absolutely, because that was during the Bills. Which loss was this of their four?
The first.
The first one, right?
Yep.
So, is that Scott Norwood missed too, right?
Yep, Scott Norwood. Wide
Scott
right.
Norwood.
Frank Reich, I have to put in there. Now the head coach of the Indianapolis Colts.
Spain just scored.
Who scored?
Spain.
It's 1-1.
Oh, it's getting
1-1.
good.
How come you didn't give us the or, you know?
Yeah.
Oh, do you want that?
Yeah. What is
that's a
it?
new one.
Spain ties Italy.
Yes, they tie Italy.
1 minute.
All right.
79.
So 11 minutes to go in the match, plus penalty time, which you never know what it is.
Adam's
It's up
gonna
to
win
the
some money.
referee.
It's going to a tie.
So Frank Reich is my next guy. And Frank Reich led the Buffalo Bills, took over for Jim Kelly, and led him back to the greatest playoff comeback in league history against the Oilers. Do you remember that game?
Yeah.
Frank Reich brings them all the way back. So I got to put him up there. And the guy that everyone's going to say, the latest and greatest backup, who won the Super Bowl, is Nick Foles. Obviously beating Tom Brady and the Patriots. He threw for, 500 yards and still lost that game. And we all know the fake, was it the fake field goal? Or was it a fake extra point? They got the 2-point conversion?
Right. Whatever.
The Philly Special it was called.
Philly
Yeah.
special.
You guys are right on top of it all.
I got fit. What about Pilar's Fitzmagic?
Yeah, I would say
As
he's
far as
one.
a guy
He's
that for duration, and if he was your backup, do you not feel good about your team?
yes.
Yeah, but he didn't win anything. I'm just putting the
No,
guys
I
that won.
understand, but I'm just
Yeah,
saying.
he's good.
Like, if you're saying
Definitely
best,
a good backup.
Like all these guys won championships.
Yes.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So technically, like, there's other which makes you feel good
So
to have behind your guy.
I feel that in the list that I was reading, Charles and I are thinking the same way on social media at Woodward Sports. Tom Brady was a backup, and
Not
I
really.
think yes, he was.
To
Drew
Brees-
Bledsoe.
Drew
I know,
Bledsoe.
but
And he didn't go in. If it wasn't that Drew Bledsoe got hurt in that near fatal injury, he wouldn't have had his opportunity to shine. Who knows what could have happened? I mean,
Okay.
Drew Bledsoe was kind of one of those guys that was going to keep on playing for quite some time. He was well in New
he might
England.
have been in the right place at the right time.
And
He
that
was,
qualifies.
but he was a backup. That's what look, Nick
But not
Foles
for a
was
long
at the
time.
right place
Not for a long time.
Because
because he
took
became
advantage.
a starter.
Yeah.
Because he was one of the best
But that's
backups
Okay.
that was a backup for a minute, and then
I give substance to that because he's a 6th rounder too. So that's what he was projected as,
He was
not
a-
being the
Good
guy
point.
that he'd come into.
yep, and look at how many championships he's won.
Anyone else that has anybody that I missed? You got Don Strock back in the the 90s, late 80s, early 90s with the Dolphins. Went to the Super Bowl.
But then
actually shared the starting position. That was the only time a team went to a Super Bowl that shared the quarterback position. Mac, do you know who the other quarterback was?
For which year?
For the Miami Dolphins when they went to the Super Bowl in the 90s against the Redskins.
No.
It was in the late 80s, actually. Don Strock and David Woodley. They called them Woodstock. That was their nickname, Woodstock. So David Woodley and Don Strock, 2 good backups together.
There's a lot of these guys. Would you include Aaron Rodgers in this list? He was a backup quarterback for quite some time until he won the starting job, not from an injury.
But in the difference.
Well, what do you mean?
Here's the difference.
Hold on. Time
Rodgers was drafted in the 1st round as a replacement for
fair enough.
like the Patrick Mahomes. Yeah, he was a backup, but he's not a backup.
How could you add Nick Foles into this list and not Tom Brady?
Nick Foles was a true backup quarterback.
Yeah.
He's not a starting quarterback.
When Wentz went down.
Until he won
the
that
Super
game,
Bowl.
then he became a starter, and of course went quickly back to the bench where he belongs.
Right. So, but Steve Young? I mean, he wasn't always a backup. I mean, there's some of these guys on your list.
He started for a while
Yeah,
because
but-
he was behind Joe
Joe
Montana.
Montana against the Hall of Famer.
But then he became a starter. So there's guys that once they had the potential, like Tom Brady, they
I
became
think Steve,
starters.
to the argument of Aaron Rodgers and Patrick Mahomes, then you take Steve Young out because he was a 1st rounder, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
right.
that's
So
true.
so that's because his potential, but he started as a backup and.
But
FanDuel came
I
up
think
with this online today. You
DraftKings.
sent it to us.
Yeah,
so
DraftKings.
I went and looked into it.
Yep.
DraftKings.
Yep, and it was great to see everybody's response on it, and I feel that based off of what era you grew up, really loving the game is the quarterback era that you said. But also too, a lot of these guys, they were drafted to be backups. It's not like the game now where you're drafted to come in game 1 and go play.
Right.
It was a different league back then. So I feel that there's a lot of guys from back in the day that were drafted to be the backup until it was going to be their turn to play. So keep letting us know your thoughts on social media at Woodward Sports. Across the board, you can give us a call, 313-552-6322. When we come back, guys, college players are already cashing in on the new NCAA rules, and I love this. And I hope all you guys love it too, because we're going to be talking about it when we come back. So don't go anywhere. You're tuning into The Hook on Woodward Sports Network.
So what's up? My name is Sean Baligian. Glad to be a part of Baligian and Bell every day at 11. I'm the guy that gets pissed off at all the stupid sports fans out there.
What up, though? I'm Drake Bell here on the Baligian and Bell show here at Woodward Sports Network. Tap into the energetic Sean and the calm, smooth Drake Bell.
Welcome to the Call Sam Chopper Shop, where you can win a custom-built chopper while helping our veterans at the same time.
Watch as the Bad Pig Custom team turns this bike into a one-of-a-kind classic chopper.
And when it's finished, we'll be donating the bike to Volunteers of America Michigan to raffle off in support of our vets.
A great cause to give back to those who've given so much.
Watch for Call Sam Chopper Shop episodes on our social media channels and get your raffle ticket today at callsam.com/chopper shop.
Welcome back to The Hook on Woodward Sports Network. All right, so still we are so many more things to talk about, guys. So many more things.
1-1, Italy and Spain still.
I know.
How many minutes left?
Which way is it?
They got 4 minutes left. They're going to have 7 minutes-ish.
So 7 minutes plus penalty time?
No, it's 4, and then they're going to add some.
Gotcha. So you never really know how many minutes they're adding. And then what happens after that?
Then they're going to go 30 minutes of extra time than penalties.
30 minutes.
15 each way.
Got it.
And no golden goal. So they'll go the whole 30.
Got it.
Even if
No
someone
sudden
scores.
death. They call it the golden goal there. Okay.
Yep.
And the other game is going to go off when? The England game.
Tomorrow.
And the championship will be played when?
Sunday.
At Wembley?
Yes, sir.
Oh, it's got to be England, man. That will be exciting. That will be exciting. Another thing that was exciting, maybe for me, I don't know about anyone else. I love seeing that Nathan's, before we talk about the college football guys, the Nathan's Championship. 14 championships in a row for Joey Chestnut. Put that Twitter picture up for me, Alex. That shows. Look at all of these.
Unbelievable.
This is for single events. Joey Chestnut with 14 Nathans. Rafael Nadal has won 13 French Opens. Margaret Court has won 11 Australian Opens. Bill Russell, 11 NBA titles. And Henri, the Pocket Rocket Richard, won 11 Stanley Cups. Mac.
I got 4.
Where does Joey Chestnut belong on that list?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Oh my God.
Because you're not going to take it too serious, but you got to give him the props to say, hey, dude, this guy is a beast. And anytime you dominate, and I for that, this is a sport. It goes on yearly, and he keeps coming back. Why can you not? I think it would be, if I was Nadal or Henri Richard, I'd be like, having all these championships and whatever, and go, yeah, but Joey Chestnut, the hot dog guy, because it's funny, but yet it's also needs to be acknowledged because it's unbelievable.
Well, it's a true competition, and people train for this.
Listen, 14 times anything, I don't care. Try to do something 14 times successfully.
Fish, what do you have for us?
You want to know some of Joey Chestnut's records that he has?
Yeah.
He has several other of them.
Hold on, before you do that, I want to tell you, the hot dogs he ate on Sunday, there were 76 of them. 20,520 calories, 1,102 grams of total fat, 456 grams of saturated fat, 1,900 milligrams of cholesterol, 50,160 milligrams of sodium.
Put the camera on Pilar's face as he's reading
I can't.
50,000 in sodium. Total carbs, 1,976. Protein, 684 grams. The regular diet a day is 2,000 calories. He ate 20,500 in that 10-minute span.
That is disgusting. One of the shows I love to watch is that Man versus Food. And sometimes I just think about how does he detox?
Well, how
is he not
Adam Rickman, who you did it originally, had to I forget who the new guy is, redheaded guy, but he had
Casey.
He had to step away because of, and
heart
he got
issues.
heavy because of health.
Imagine.
But then he's back, like Adam Rickman now is back to normal size, but he's gotten healthier and so does stuff on Food Network. What are those records?
All right, chicken wings, long form. I don't know what long form means, so you guys might be able to help me out. But anyways, chicken wings, long form, he had 182 in 30 minutes.
How much?
182 chicken wings.
182
long
in
form,
30 minutes.
I gotta think that's like drumsticks and.
Probably because they have another one here, chicken wings, 12 minutes. He had 7.61 pounds.
Oh my God.
Tacos. You guys like taco?
Yeah.
Taco Bell, 53 soft tacos in 10 minutes. Soft beef tacos in 10 minutes.
I mean, I could throw down some tacos.
53.
No, but we're talking Taco Bell.
mean-
You're
Here we go. Glazed donuts.
Some
you guys like
bean
glazed donuts?
I love glazed donuts.
I go to Taco Bell and I get their bean
55
tacos.
glazed
Hold on.
donuts in 8 minutes.
What?
How many?
55 glazed donuts in 80 minutes.
No, not in 80 minutes. In
8 minutes.
Oh
That
my
doesn't-
God.
That doesn't
glazed
seem like a
in 8
lot.
minutes.
Goes,
What?
I love glazed donuts.
What? That's 5 math.
Yeah,
That's
that's
6. That's 5 cases.
Are they light donuts?
5
Are they light or are they
cases
heavy?
of donuts. 5 cases
I'm sure
of
it's
Krispy
regular
Kremes.
donuts.
I need to know, are those, what's the one with the red light that lights up?
Bill?
No, the one that you're right. The donut
Dunkin'
shop.
Donuts?
What's the donut shop that Krispy Kreme? Are they Krispy Kreme glazed donuts? Those are light.
It
I feel
doesn't
like
say.
Those are light.
You think they're
please.
light.
I mean, they're
but
I
they're
mean,
very.
they're
I get
light.
it. I get it.
It's not a heavy donut. Is what I'm
He
saying.
ate hard-boiled eggs as well.
How many?
141 in 8 minutes.
What?
What we have here is a failure to communicate.
Oh my God.
Oh, he had 118
Or Guns N'
jalapeno
Roses.
poppers in 10 minutes.
How many?
118 jalapeno poppers in 10 minutes.
Are you freaking kidding me?
Hey, Ryan's reaction on YouTube. With no time limit, he could eat 182 wings.
He says, I can't eat 182
He
wings.
said I can't. Okay.
I can't eat. Okay, my bad. Sorry, I thought you could. I was ready to pat you on the back, Ryan. I was saying that's pretty good.
Oh,
my goodness.
Twinkies. You guys love Twinkies?
Love Twinkies.
Come on.
Not after
Let's
this.
see. Twinkies. He did it in 6 minutes, 121 Twinkies.
Oh my God.
That's sweet.
That's sweet.
That's good.
He's gonna have a toothache.
How many? 106? That's
Jay-
80.
Pilar's worried about his
Bro.
toothache.
Jay says he was on Man vs. Food.
He did 121 in 8 minutes.
That's 80 packs of Twinkies. 80.
He likes Twinkies.
Is it 2 per pack?
Yeah.
Okay.
I thought he said 120. That's what
I
he
thought he
said.
said 160. I thought he said 160.
How many Twinkies?
121.
Oh, my bad.
60.
60 and a half packs.
He did grilled cheese sandwiches.
I love grilled cheese.
How many grilled cheese? I could throw down some
Holy
grilled cheese.
shit, I
too.
love grilled cheese.
Me too.
That's my favorite meal.
You know what, Tom? You got to come over to my house. My husband makes the best grilled cheese sandwiches.
I'm
Oh my
adding that
God.
to
I'm
my
gonna bring you
summer.
grilled cheese. I'm
I'll
gonna
tell
bring
you
you
this
grilled
right now.
cheese.
Hey, shout out to the Birmingham roast. Their roasted bell pepper, garlic parmesan.
They have a grilled cheese?
Grilled cheese is
Holy
phenomenal.
Really?
Charles on Facebook said that he ate 20 White Castles in 10 minutes.
That's nothing.
Really?
Anyways, he had 47 in 10 minutes grilled cheese sandwiches.
47 grilled cheese sandwiches.
Okay, what
I'm
size
telling
are these
you.
grilled cheese sandwiches, though?
They gotta be regular.
It doesn't say.
On white bread? Come on.
There was
Guys,
another
by the way,
one. Oh yeah, it was
They
the
have the
Hostess
Hawaiian
Donuts.
rolls in the bread now. Have you seen that?
Oh,
Like it's in
yeah.
a loaf of bread now.
Yeah.
For grilled
Hawaiian.
cheese sandwich that
Oh.
mother up. Right? So now instead of the rolls, now they're in the bread. Just thought anybody loves the Hawaiians.
Delicious.
It was the Hostess Donuts.
Uh-huh.
He
Those
ate-
are the little ones.
Yeah, 6 minutes, 257.
257.
Wow.
Plain or powdered sugar?
Or the
doesn't
chocolate
say.
ones.
It's got to be the powdered sugar.
It does say he did it in Philadelphia.
Yeah.
So,
He's
That's
probably
fine.
dipping every one of those donuts in the water.
Well,
just like
this
the
is
hot dogs, too.
quite an.
and I think he has 26 world records. If I see
That's
correctly.
phenomenal.
Of
Or
food,
46
of
something.
random,
He's a great follow. I
of
love following
random
him.
crappy
I
food
love
to
grilled
eat.
cheese.
Unhealthy food.
Isn't it great?
All these. Keep scrolling.
You love
through.
what?
Grilled cheese.
No, I
All
just
of
like the way
these.
how Maz, when Fish brought up grilled cheese, he was just so
Grilled
into
cheese?
it. I love grilled cheese.
I love grilled cheese.
It
By the
could be
way-
my favorite.
By the way, I got ridiculed because I started off with Wikipedia because I wanted to be quick before they changed the segment. But these records are official. It's
Yeah.
on Major League Eating
Atta
as well.
boy, Fish.
All right, there you go.
Good source.
So Wikipedia does have good sources.
Are we in extra time, Italy, Spain yet?
Yes, they're going to extra time. They'll be starting in around 2 minutes. They're huddling up right now.
So did
They're
you
deciding how much time is left.
Did Adam win
You know
his
what?
bet,
I
then?
hope that
Adam
this gives
did
me.
win his bet.
Adam, let me
Congrats.
get $20
Enough.
if you're listening to
He's
this.
hot.
Yes, he is. He is on
Wait a
fire
minute. Does
right
he
now.
win or
so-
does he have to wait to extra time?
No,
No,
he
he
just
wins.
chose to tie after 90, so he wins.
Yeah.
Got it. Nice.
Adam,
So,
let me give it $20
I
if
hope
you're
that
listening
it
to
goes
this, please.
into. What's that, Alex?
Sorry, that's just a joke me and Adam have going on. Whenever he always has to come up to me whenever he wins one of his bets, and it's always like for like thousands of dollars.
Right.
And every time he like tells me that he won, I ask him for $20.
Did he come to you after Game 3, Montreal and Tampa?
No.
I didn't think so.
Well, he had the weekend. That's probably why
Told
he
you
did
guys
it.
not to.
All right. Let's get on to some DMac Stanley Cup C's and keys.
Yeah, well, we
What's he
absolutely
see?
we seize something. Maz, great segue into that about everybody thinking that Montreal Game 3 was going to bring it out. That wasn't the case. But Tampa going up 3-0. Yesterday at plus 140 was the bet to take Montreal. Changed up the lineup as we seen the Josh Anderson overtime goal. The biggest thing that I want to take out of that, though, is Tampa Bay shot themselves in the foot. What have I been telling you about their power play the whole playoff time? You can't Montreal. You can't allow them on the power play. Well, the one thing is that Tampa hasn't changed it up, and Montreal is onto it. How? If you watch the end of the game, captain of the Montreal Canadiens, Shea Weber, accidentally high sticks Andre Palat trying to lift his stick, gets him in the face. 4 minutes with a minute left. Tampa has a minute left in the third period on the power play, which they don't get a shot on net, right? They have the whole intermission with 3 minutes to come on the power play. If you're the best power play team, defending champions, stuff like this, you cannot give any teams hope. What they did is you saw the effort by Anderson and the no quit by Montreal. Carey Price was better, but now it goes back to Game 5. What do I expect tomorrow night? I'll break it down a little bit more, but I'll dig into it. But I expect it. Here's the problem: it's a lot easier to hit It's a lot easier to it's a lot
Trying to
easier to
watch the
win on the
game.
road in Montreal going into Game 5 in Tampa because Tampa's going home, right? Everything they want. Everybody in Tampa's all excited because they're we're going to win on home ice. That doesn't necessarily happen. I would be cautiously optimistic, but now what happens is all the things around the game, the fans, the family, the tickets, all this, you don't know if that can play in. So I'm looking for, this is very important for Tampa to bounce back. They don't lose 2 games in a row in the playoffs. So playing at home,
haven't yet.
Vasilevsky, this is the one I think that they finish it off in front of their home crowds, karma, everything like that. Montreal wins that game tomorrow. We got a new series.
Hey, by the way, congratulations.
For
the last team to sweep a Stanley Cup final.
Wait, last 2 teams, wasn't it?
Yeah, back to back.
Yeah, last night. You know, it's unfortunate. Tampa going for the sweep. First time 23 years. Hasn't happened. Last time it happened was 98 and 97, Pilar. And you know who was on those teams?
Yours
This guy
truly.
Right here. Did you have that picture?
Yours truly.
Did we put that picture up or no?
I didn't send it to him.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
No worries.
Oh.
It's back to back.
And because
All right.
I wanted to show you, if you look
Send
on
it to him right now.
All right. I want to show you this picture. Maz is going to send it to you because, and somebody where you ask, the biggest thing is the real estate. Remember when Drapes and I talk about the real estate? This is a great example of not making the same mistake twice, because back side by each, you'll see this picture of the 97 Stanley Cup team and the 98 Stanley Cup team, and it's all about the position, right? You've heard us many times on here talk about the 2 things we didn't like was watching Jersey celebrate the Stanley Cup. We said we could never let this happen again, and this was the second one. Never happen again. How you making out, Mas?
I'm doing good. I can't type his name, though. Okay, it just got sent.
All right. So
Type
when
it
Alex,
out my
when you get it, when you're ready, you can pull it up.
I wanted to bring something up.
Yeah.
Going back just to Joey Chestnut for a second. If you get a second, Alex, as you're doing a million things, put up the Joey Chestnut picture of the hot dogs, the height of the hot dogs. And you're gonna
by
see.
the way, fun fact: I made this tweet 'cause, yesterday. It was my turn to run the social media for the network, and I was the one who came up with this tweet. Granted, I got it from another source, but
Yeah, you did a great job.
thank you.
Now, I was hoping that you actually had the picture of there, but you don't, right?
Oh no, sorry.
Okay, yeah. Well, it is higher if you stack the hot dogs. It is higher than the Statue of Liberty.
1,013 hot dogs and buns. And buns, people.
Yes.
Ugh.
I can't even
Buckets.
imagine. I don't even think I've eaten 1,000 pieces of popcorn in my life. Because that's something like you eat a lot of.
Yeah.
I don't think I've had 1,000 pieces. It's a lot of popcorn.
No, I know, but don't you think you at least eat 100 pieces in a like each time you eat?
100 pieces, that's a lot.
Not really. A handful's like
Like
20. Handful's like 20.
My husband has a heart attack every time I chew popcorn.
Okay, here we
He
go.
says
Did
it's
it
too
show the
loud.
best? So this one's the night. See?
That's 97.
This is 97. You see Drapes tonight. You see the Stanley Cup, right? We think we have good because Shanny's right behind with the goatee.
You see me?
And I'm right
way
there
back
on
there.
Shanny's left. But you know, it's
Wait, where
it's
are you at?
okay.
I'm in the back there.
It's okay right there on the left. It's okay. But show the next year, right? So Drapes is above me right here. We weren't happy because of the way the picture is. So the next year, 98, pull this up. Look
I'm
where
there
Drapes
too.
and
I'm
I
right
are.
in the back of that.
Look, what's that?
I'm back there too.
Yeah. Here. Bring it closer, Alex. I want to show you.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Zoom it, zoom it.
Zoom it in. Look. You notice who the big guy is? Right next to the big eye. You go next to Mr. I. Look at me and Drapes. He's got his boys next to him. Boom. That's all that matters right there. Hey, it's okay to make mistakes once. Never make them again. And that's how.
Alex, scroll to
Look
the
at
left.
notice the little chuckle. Look at the ginger. He's got to always be in front, right? The ginger's always got to be in
Scroll
front.
to the left now, all the way to the left. Keep going, keep going. Is that as far as it goes?
That's as far as
That's
it goes.
where I was. I was right over there, just
They
outside
cut
that
you
picture.
off. They cut you
just
off,
outside
huh?
that picture.
That's awesome.
All right, guys, we got to get to the end of our show here.
Who you like?
Well, I like Spain.
Well,
We're not going to get to a quick round of Me Gusta or No Me Gusta?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, let's get to this. You can play along. It's a lightning round of Me Gusta or No Me Gusta.
It always
Just
is.
put it in our comments on our social media at Woodward Sports. fireworks should be made illegal again. Me gusta o no me gusta?
Well, it seems
DMac.
like people aren't responsible enough to leave it to the professionals. Yes. Me gusta!
Okay, Tom Mazaway.
People are stupid. Abolish them. Because people nowadays are idiots.
Alex.
No me gusta. They're kind of cool, even though I've kind of outgrown them. I let people make. I don't know. No me gusta.
All right, Fish. Te gusta o no te gusta?
I mean, it's not going to matter. People are going to find a way to
That's
get them
fine.
anyway.
That's fine. Let them get them illegal then.
So
let them get them illegally.
Okay. Well, no me gusta, I guess. Me gusta.
Yeah, you're not a big fan of it?
You're right down the middle. Okay,
Yeah.
let's move on.
I'm going to say me gusta only because people are so irresponsible, and I feel that there's so many fires that happen every year in the West Coast with it being so dry. I love them. I think that you should have to leave them to the professionals, though.
So you're saying me gusta.
Oh, is that not what
You
I said?
said no me gusta.
Oh, no, me gusta. Yeah. Even though I like it when we set them off, but it stresses me
That was
out.
a pretty impressed. Your Spanish is getting good.
Yeah,
Thank
you got it. All right, guys, who you like? I'm taking Spain.
Suns.
Mets, Cubs, and A's.
Okay.
Plus 619.
Alex.
Suns and Tigers.
Okay. Fish.
I'm taking England over Denmark.
All right. Awesome.
Tiger Tuesday.
All right, guys. There you have it. That's going to do it for us.
Tiger Tuesday.
Thank you so much for tuning in and spending the afternoon with us. For Fish.
Italy won.
For Alex. No, they didn't.
No, they didn't. Not yet.
I'm trying to get home so I can watch the game.
Oh, yeah. Wait.
You better race quickly.
For Andrew, who has been on our social media, I just found out that that's who we had on there today. Andrew, great job. For DMac and Tom Mazaway, I'm Pilar Laster. We'll see everybody tomorrow, everybody.
Deuces.
Get it in there. The 1-2. There's a ground ball. Nice play by Short. He shovels it to Castro. What a double play! That's outstanding stuff right there.
What a play.